is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Gimme. Oh yeah, I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang. Have a nice day. Yeah.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the Gimme a Yeah Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant and today I have a very special pair of guests. We are joined by the Wrestle Story. How's it going, dudes?
It's going great.
Great. Amazing. Awesome. Excellent.
Fantastic. Super.
It's Sunday night. We're going to watch some old wrestling.
Yeah.
Yes.
How cool is that? Minnie M, have you ever seen Canadian Stampede?
I'm sure I have at some point in time. I've gone through and watched all the In Your House pay-per-views that have ever lived. But it's been a long time.
Cool. Mr. G, have you ever seen this? Was you watching it at the time, or?
I wasn't watching it at the time, but I have watched this one. It's been a while since I've watched it, since we've had the WWE Network, but I have watched it.
Cool, man. Well, it is such a good pay-per-view. It is one of my favourite pay-per-views. I'm so pleased that people voted for this on Twitter. I was like, get in! I've put it up on several votes, and people haven't voted for it. I think, minute for minute, this is one of the best WWE pay-per-views. Every match is brilliant. Nothing like outstanding, not like Macho Man versus Ricky Dragon Steamboat or anything like that. But as a whole, it's awesome, man.
I would agree. I think but again, I think the one thing is if you can tell a good story, it's those mid-carders, the mid-card matches. You can tell a good story with those and come out with a really good pay-per-view.
Absolutely. And the mid-card matches in this, my dude, is Mick Foley versus Triple H as one of them. We also have, let me go into this and see what else we have. There's 4 matches, basically. There's the Great Sasuke versus Taka Michinoku, which is severely underrated, incredible. Undertaker faces Vader in one of their best bouts together. And then we have the Hart Foundation versus Stone Cold's crew. So we've got Bret Hart, Brian Pillman, the British Bulldog, Jim Neidhart, Owen Hart, and they are against Ken Shamrock, Goldust, the Legion of Doom, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, baby.
All legends.
All legends, man. All legends. And this is at that time in wrestling where the Hart Foundation were faces in Canada and heels in America, which was a really interesting dynamic, and I can't wait to talk about that as we go into it. We are going to be starting this stream in exactly 27 minutes time. We'll do it at 1:30 from when the video started. So if you don't want to hang out with us then, that's cool, but we'll wait for people to come. And we'll have a chat, man. We'll have a chat. How are you, dudes? Lovely to see you both.
Doing good. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing excellent.
Your channel's doing really well, man.
Since we've returned, we've picked up a few extra subscribers, so
it's great.
It's slowly building.
Cool. If you haven't subscribed to the Wrestle Story, there is a link in the description. Please check them out. I'm often on there watching the reviews because they are wildly entertaining. I'm just going to say hello to everyone in chat. We've got Jeremy, Futuristic, Jack. We've got double Jacks in this evening. Hakeem is in here. Maven said hello. Hello, Maven. Bret's final ever great pay-per-view, says Jack. Yeah, man. It possibly. Right now I'm busy. Natalia shows up in this pay-per-view. This is her debut, one might say. I mean, she's on your baby, but she's there.
Yeah.
She gets in the ring.
The legend has arrived. The boat. The whatever.
What else have we got? A hatless Mr. G, says Jeremy.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize you didn't have a hat on.
It's okay.
I don't think he realized until we just said.
Every once in a while I go without a hat. It's, not very often you don't see me without a hat, but I think we've done a couple streams where I've sat here and tried to get things set up, and as we were talking about before we went live, just how long sometimes it takes to get things up and going. And so I'll be sitting here and I'll be, all right, we need to go live. So then we go live and then I go, oh,
I forgot my hat.
I forget to put my hat on.
Yeah, man, it is really. Don't think people realize how hard it can be to stream. Like, it's okay, like just doing something real quick, but like when you've got loads, like I've had to make the thumbnail, and then I've had to make the template for today, and then I've had to make X, Y, and Z, and it ends up being quite a long time. I've been working at it for like an hour after getting in from my mum and dad's to try and sort everything out. So, yeah, busy, man.
Yeah, the process just takes forever, and then try having 5 kids on top of that. It's quite the thing to do.
I mean, I wish I was trying to have 5 kids right now, to be perfectly honest. I mean, maybe not on stream, but prior, that'd be fabulous. But that's not happening at the minute.
It'd be fabulous for you until you had the 5 kids running around, and then you go, when do I have time to stream?
I don't actually want the kids. I just want to try for them. Let's do the practice. Get the hard work done. Cool. Let's see what else people are saying. Jake Holden, Jeremy, I disagree because it's a solid story and great match, and without them, WCW would have been different. This is about ECW, had its great moments, sure, but it wasn't great. ECW had its great moments, guys. Yeah, I think it did.
The thing about ECW was it was something different. So, I mean, I would agree that they had their great moments, but again, it was a different. It was something different from what we were normally seeing.
Yeah, and it sort of pushed WWE to do something different as well.
Yes, it did.
And ACW helped push forward to that sort of attitude era. It was a combination of different things. There wasn't just one thing that created the attitude era that we all look back fondly, even though at times actually there was a lot of rubbish in there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. We are going to talk about comedy and wrestling because I know that all you guys want to talk about it after a drunken Discord chat last evening. Nice cut, Mr. G. This is awesome. Yes, it is Hakeem. Futuristic, excuse me. Brock Lesnar's twin, I see. Yes, very good. All of them far bigger than me. Kobe Talks has joined us. Hey, man, how you doing? He says hello to the Wrestle Story.
How you doing, Colby?
What's up?
Yo, oh my God, Hatless. Hey, Janelle, thank you so much for joining us. Janelle is a regular on the Wrestle Stories channel. Rock and roll. We're going to be starting this in about 23 minutes, something like that. Jack shudders at the thought of having kids. Thanks, Jack. And it's not what I'm going for. Jeremy Stanley says, I think we all want to see you try for 5 kids on stream. We don't mind, lol. That is absolute pure filth, Jeremy. But I respect your sentiment. Will there be any returns in this or no? What, in terms of returns? I can't remember. I don't think so. It's a cracking pay-per-view. You all need to get it up on your WWE network. Maven's the best at telling people how to get it up on the WWE network.
Oh, okay, guys. So, what you're going to do. I am currently looking at a computer. I imagine it's probably different on a television and stuff, but...
Or a phone.
But it all relatively is generally, the things are the same, just in different places. So, looking at my screen, we have the WWE Network, and there's a list of things. It says featured, WWE pay-per-views, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, in-rings, originals, or watch now. You're going to take yourself to WWE pay-per-views. Then, on here, I can filter by what show that we want to go to. So I'm going to go to In Your House, if I could find it. There it is. And then it should be right there in the top row of shows. July 6th, 1997.
Yeah, 1997. You can also filter it by year as well. So if you're looking for it, you can look for it from 1997. I know that works on some devices.
Yep.
But all of you get it queued up, man, because we are starting this in about 20 minutes' time, just over 20 minutes' time. Let's talk a little bit about comedy and wrestling, because that was a massive discussion last night. And I'm going to start that off by reading to people who had very different views, but actually was able to discuss it and talk about it. And so I wanted to talk about it on stream with you dudes, if that's okay, but I'm sure that this will come up again later on in the week, which is all rock and roll. Could you just do some chat while I find it, Miniam? Mr. G.
Sure. Let's see. Where are we at the chat? ECW lives and dies on your love of grunge rock. Without ECW, that was Jack. And then now Jake put up a comment. It said, without ECW, there would be no Rey Mysterio, Eddie, etc. They got that style in the mainstream. Jack said they were in WCW too. They most certainly were. Let's see.
The thing about that is, Jake, I think Mysterio would have caught on somewhere. There's enough wrestling out there, and looking at what happens down in Mexico and Japan and other places like that, it would have eventually caught on here.
Did you guys watch AAA last night?
No.
Did not.
I need to catch up, man. It's free on YouTube apparently, but apparently the Mega match is brilliant.
We decided to take a day off.
Same, mate. I was just drinking. Right, so let me tell you what Jake says, because Jake has issues, and he's referring to this in terms. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but he's referring to it in terms of the Taker and AJ match, because he couldn't believe in that match because it was he saw it as a comedy match. He says, "I like comedy matches that are centered around comedy, but you don't have a serious match and then just have comedy spots every 5 minutes. That's confusing as hell. For example, in Flair versus HBK, did you see Flair disappear and teleport behind him? Because that's what Taker did to AJ in that match. No, you didn't see that because it was a serious match." What do you guys think about that?
You want to go with it first?
You can take the floor first.
All right. The thing is, I don't have any issues with having comedy in like serious matches. I mean, if you watch movies, you watch television shows, even shows that are serious or movies that are serious, there's a lot of times that you'll see comedy within those. So I think that when they have the comedy in the serious matches, it's just something, because obviously, you know, Jake remembered it. So it's something that people talk about. And so it's something that brings it out, and you know, it's entertaining, which is the whole idea. And maybe because you throw the comedy in there, you draw, you know, make it so it's more memorable for other people that wouldn't think it was memorable just because of a match. And so you throw the comedy in there and then they go, wow, I remember that because of this, because this was funny. You know?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I think there's a point where it also can be relief in a match. I mean, the teleporting thing in terms of Undertaker is difficult anyway, because he's always done that. And Undertaker is not necessarily seen as a comedy wrestler, but he's always done. I mean, if you was to, could you call Undertaker a comedy character? Because he's actually not something that exists within our reality. He's a dead man.
Yeah.
You know. Another example they used was the Santa and Ortiz street fight, and which was a great match, really violent, and then Orange Cassidy came out and was a bit silly in it. Mini M, opinions on that and the Taker thing as well?
I mean, I'm kind of in the same mind frame that Mr. G is. Like, I really don't have a problem with it. I think in some cases, like, serious matches are fine, and that's totally cool, and I'm cool with those, but sometimes they don't keep people's interest enough for them to stick around and like want to watch it the entire time. So having like a spot or something like that in it, you know, would kind of keep people's interest during it to maybe retain some of, you know, the people that are watching it who would just click off otherwise. I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I think in some cases it's kind of necessary.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the thing is like, and this isn't so much along the lines of comedy. This is about, you know, the whole like cinematic matches and things like that. During that match, I said, like when the walls came down on that building, I said I wanted to see Kane come out from behind the walls.
Yeah.
And AJ turned around and go like, look, I got Kane here with me.
Yeah.
Right, to help me out. And then he looks over at Undertaker, and Undertaker's standing there. And then we flash back to Kane with AJ looking back at him, and he takes the mask off, and it would have been Undertaker with the Kane mask, you know, take underneath the Kane mask. I think that, you know, it's all about entertaining people.
yeah.
And whether it's through comedy, whether it's through being serious, whether it's through, you know, something off the wall, it's about entertaining people. And if you can make it entertaining and enjoyable for people to watch, because I loved watching that. I thought that cinematic match was like one of the best ever done. And
I think it's people have different levels of tolerance with it, don't they, as well? And it's like, obviously the teleportation thing annoyed Jake in that match, which is fair enough. But actually, like, you could have argued that he managed to get behind him. It wasn't shot like that, but what have you. So you can sort of suspend your disbelief for a little bit, but I also understand why someone couldn't suspend the disbelief during that, which I think is interesting. Another thing that this, because Jake's a real big fan of MMA, which is rock and roll, but one of the things that he said that I found interesting was that the Cena Fiend match was actually a really good match, and to me, that was the opposite. I couldn't get behind that match because I thought that was all Gaga. People explain it of it being in his head or in this sort of alternate dimension and all this sort of stuff. But actually, I couldn't get into that match. So I think it's interesting how people have different tolerances for different things. Because, you know, there are people who will say that The Fiend and John Cena was the match of the year. And then I'd say it wasn't even a match. It was an extended promo.
Well, and that's where I think that,
you know?
that WWE probably needs to, and in all wrestling organizations, when they do a cinematic match, they need to, like, maybe not call it a match. Because in most cases, they're going to do something that's not, like, humanly possible.
Gaga, yeah.
And so I think that when we sit here and we talk about matches and cinematic matches and stuff like that, you got to realize it's just like going to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they have those types of you know, matches, you got to, like, extend your belief beyond, okay, these are just two guys that are going to be fighting here, and so this is where it's going to be. You got to, like, look at it and go, okay, this is going to go beyond that. Because to me, when we talk about wrestling, and more so now than, like, you know, when, like, if you go, like, back, like, when the old guy, like Ric Flair and people like that, back then it was more like the wrestling, you know, you'd have headlocks and things like that. And now we're looking for people that want to do, like, these high flying, jump off the top rope, triples, somersault, everything. And so we try and make these people, like, superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that when they do these types of matches with the cinematic type of thing, you got to look at it, okay, this is just like a movie that I'm watching and not so much a wrestling match.
Yeah. Interesting. Because and you referenced to the Undertaker as well, and people talking in the chat about it, and maybe confused by what I mean by that. But a Buried Alive match with Mankind is a comedy match, is it not? I mean, if you are going to bury someone alive, you are killing them.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
We've got to step back from that and go, actually, no, it's that's the stipulation, and I get it, and it's all smoke and mirrors and stuff like that, which is cool if you can do that. But then I could also understand why someone would say a Buried Alive match is comedy in wrestling. You know,
it is.
Yeah.
And I think Cornette's staring a lot of this because of his sort of opinions on it, which is cool. And I respect a lot of his other opinions, and I understand where he's coming from. And this is why it's important to sort of talk about this sort of stuff, and this is why I wanted to talk about it today. But you've also got to remember Jim Cornette was fighting a Ninja Turtle in the ring in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know? And while he sort of professes this holier-than-thou attitude, he was doing as much Gaga as everyone else. He was known for several matches that included scaffolding, and now he complains about hardcore matches. You know?
Yeah, and that's the part I don't understand is, like, because I love Jim Cornette. He's, like, one of my favorite in the business.
He's entertaining as all hell, man. I love watching him. Yeah.
And so, you know, when he sits here and criticizes some of this stuff, you got to realize if you don't, like, evolve with the times.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to fade into nothing.
So another thing sorry, go on.
And as long as you are evolving and changing and trying to entertain people and trying to put things out there, and in a lot of cases, like with AEW, they have a wide variety of wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know, you have your high flyers, you have your big muscle meathead guys that go out and just try and destroy people. You have the ones that want to put on a show.
It's the variety show of wrestling. We've said that a few times, and it really is. And
so I think the whole idea, like, behind AEW is to try and draw more people in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
cool.
So, you know, and looking back, you know, like WCW and things like that, like, Dungeon of Doom and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
White Castle of Fear, all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like really, like you expect me to believe that like this would be real and like in real life and stuff like that. I mean, it's all part of the show. It's they're putting on a show is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you have to go beyond just the wrestling side of things and realize that what this is. It's wrestling, and it's a show.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the whole point.
One of the points that Futuristic Gamer made was that one of his favourite matches of the year was Liv versus Natty in the pre-show at WrestleMania this year, saying that the Rhea and Charlotte match was no good, and the reason it was no good was because of the outcome at the end as opposed to the actual match, which I think is another interesting thing, because again, that'd be that's in my top 20 matches of this year, the Charlotte and Rhea thing. And whilst I don't necessarily agree with the ending, I thought the in-ring work was outstanding. Whereas Liv and Natty, I didn't see that as much. And I've always had a problem with Liv because I can't see where the work comes in.
Yeah.
You know?
I would agree. I think that. And even Natty to a certain extent. I don't think that like, if you had her just do the technical side of wrestling, where it's like headlocks, like old school type wrestling, you're getting in a headlock. We're gonna just get in the middle of the ring. We're just gonna like scrap it out and you know, headlocks, arm bars, things like that. I think that for those types of things, I think Natty's really good at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you start getting into the high flying, you know, where you have to run around the ring a lot, I don't think she's so good at that.
Oh, I hate it when she speaks, Mr. G. Can you imagine if her and Seth had a bloody baby? Jesus Christ. I hate it, man. I hate it when she starts going, oh, tap, tap, tap. Oh, yes. Oh, God, shut up. So, yeah, look, there's so much that you guys put out in our Discord, and you can all go back and read that. And I can see that you're all writing stuff in chat, and I sort of want to get to that as well. But I just wanted to sort of touch on it here, and we can talk about it more further in the week, and we'll talk about it through live chat and stuff like that. But we are about 8 minutes away, so I sort of want to move on and get some of your opinions on this as well in chat. Because Jeremy brought up an interesting point about the MJF match. He enjoyed the MJF match with Orange Cassidy, but it was because comedy wasn't used. Now, Orange Cassidy is interesting because as a character, is the stuff he's doing when he's putting his hands in his pockets, right? Let's try and be as serious about this as we can, because we all laugh at it. But is he trying to get in the head of his opponent? Is that the reason for what he does? Like, we all laugh at it, but could he be doing it to frustrate his opponent? If you look at his matches with Jericho, that's what it was all about. And it was the same with MJF. Now, the MJF match had no sort of comedy like that. And I do think, and I've said this, I think Orange Cassidy is so divisive. I really love some of his matches. I really dislike some of his matches when it goes too far, and I think there's a line that he sort of straddles a lot. Sometimes I hate it because he goes over, and sometimes, like the MJF one, I thought was great because actually the comedy in that was at the end after the bat, which we'd seen with Jericho, and it happened again, but this time Orange Cassidy turned it against MJF.
Yeah. I used to hate Orange Cassidy. I mean, I'd tell maybe, you know.
When we first started watching,
I was like, this is stupid.
He was like, what is
am I watching? This is dumb. But the more I've watched him, the more I've come to like what he does. And I think part of it is because, like you said, I think it's one of those things where it seems like, you know, it's more a taunting thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Without, you know, like actually going, hey, you're a loser. Why don't you come fight me? You know, it's like, okay, here, I'm going to put my hands in my pocket. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And so because of that, it's grown on me more after watching him more often. Because like I said, when I first started watching him, I was like, this guy's dumb. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. I understand why people would say that. I absolutely understand it. And the same with the Young Bucks matches. I understand why people would say it's just flashy, over the top stuff, and it doesn't feel impactful or hard hitting. I can understand why people would say that. However, I find it entertaining as all hell.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is they're to entertain you, and some people are going to like it, and some people aren't. I think the one thing about it is you have to, especially with AEW right now, you have to open up your mind to what they're doing and realize that they are trying to they're trying to get to as many fans as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have opened up and done more different styles of wrestling instead of just your natural, instead of doing just your regular matches and just throwing them out there and going, okay, here, let's do this. They've kind of opened up with the different styles and different ways of doing anything. It's like the is it Nakazawa that does the oil?
The oil stuff. Yeah.
Like I don't even understand that guy, but after watching it, like being elite and stuff like that, and I know you'd have to go beyond being a regular like wrestling fan to go watch that. I mean,
yeah,
but after watching that, some of the stuff, his whole gimmick kind of makes sense to me with what he's doing.
Well, yeah, because anytime anyone messes up, they're blaming it on him at the minute, which is quite funny.
Yeah. So I mean, it's. I think that like I said, AEW just seems to be more willing to try and get exposure to someone outside that may not just be a wrestling fan.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Great. Guys, we're about 4 minutes away from watching Canadian Stampede. Get it up on your second device. I know we've talked a bit about this, but it seems like something that you was all talking about, and I wanted to sort of address it on camera because all of you are wrong. Mr. G, you're wrong. Minnie M, you're wrong. Anthony is wrong. We are all right as well, and we're allowed our opinion, and that's what's beautiful about wrestling, and I respect all of your opinions when you come onto our streams and give us our opinions. Just make sure that you're not telling someone the wrong, because when you tell someone the wrong, it doesn't work as a conversation. And actually, everything is a conversation, and your opinion is just as valid as all of ours. And we all have different opinions. Isn't that right, Miniam?
Yep.
Absolutely. So there we go. 4 more minutes. Yeah, it's about 3 more minutes now. I also have a timer at the start of the screen. Yay! So when that happens, we can get that live. Colin Math has joined us. Hello, my dude. We haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. Jeremy is in chat. Gamer Guy says hello. Sorry, guys, I know we've missed your comments. Once we get into the stream, we'll probably be reading them a lot more. I like to go watch Pentagon Jr. as Impact Champion. He was great. Now in AEW, he just turns every match into a flip fest with moves you should die from and gets a 2 count, or opponents get up and like it didn't affect them. Yeah, Penta needs more time, man. He's great. Like that match he had with Jericho was wonderful. He's a big heavy hitter, but to make that work he needs time, and at the minute he's using the time to condense it into these matches that don't have as much impact, I feel.
Yeah, well, I think the one thing about it is I think that if you watch a lot of wrestling now, like moves that like finishers, and this
finish
goes across
him.
the board. A lot of the finisher moves, aren't finishing people.
No, yeah,
and this is across all wrestling. It's not just one particular brand. If you like, it's happening across all the brands where a finisher move that would have finished a match, even a couple years ago, is now not finishing people.
Yeah. Then they've done a really good job with the one-winged angel for that as well. Which is going to mean something when someone kicks out of it. We are 1 minute and 30 seconds from starting Canadian Stampede. Again, everyone get it up. Maven's got 30 seconds to tell you how to get it.
You go to the network. You go to WWE pay-per-views, and then you can either search by In Your House, by like the pay-per-view name, or by the year. And the year that you need to look for is 1997. We are watching In Your House Canadian Stampede.
There we go.
Or you could do what I did on the computer and just go to the little search.
Or you could just search
magnifying glass up in the right-hand corner and go Canadian Stampede. Type in Canadian Stampede, and there you have it.
Do you trust that search bar? Sometimes it's not as easy. It works this time. So, good. Good. It worked this time, so that's fine.
No, I don't always trust it because I have used it before and it comes up with something that.
Oh, I know, man. And you're just like, what are you on about? I just want to watch Mick Foley, man. Just show me Mick bloody Foley. Yeah, man. No, I agree. Or my spelling's just terrible. So we are going to put it on in about 30 seconds. So everyone cue it up. Everyone get ready. And we will all hit play together on the count of 5.
No.
And the Wrestle story have frozen. And they're back.
Uh-oh.
You're back.
Our entire internet froze.
Oh, dear.
Hello?
We're back.
We're back. We're all good. Are you guys ready to press play?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So we are all going to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play, baby.
Right.
In over 100 countries. There we go. Is my timer working? I'm really proud of myself if it does. Yes, it's working. Yes. God, I'm good. Mr. G knows what it's like to try and get something simple like that working, man. Cool. So this is a really exciting pay-per-view. I'm so happy that you guys chose for us to watch it. Thank you so much. Dom Smith has joined chat. Just submitted my work for tomorrow. Time to prep for my presentations. Congratulations, Dom. Everyone send some love to Dom because he's been really busy working all week, my dude.
Dom, you're working way too hard.
He is working way too hard. I can't watch it, but I'll hang out here. Cool, nice one, futuristic dude. Jack Sullivan, Money in the Bank 2011 or Rumble 2011. So the Young Bucks have a high pain tolerance. Is that their thing? They're 120 pounds soaking wet. They are pretty small. Ivan says, I just come to say hello. Hi, Ivan. Jimmy fakes Reigns and acts like he turned heel. And when Owens is on the ladder, Jimmy super kicks the ladder over and Reigns wins. That's Ivan's prediction. Sounds good. Makes sense. So they've got the wonderful videos. The video promos used to be so much better as well, especially when they did it as sort of like a bigger thing as opposed to, you know.
Definitely. Like, the video promos are, like, so much better.
Yeah.
And also, like, they show, like, this big promo video at the beginning of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then they, like, maybe show a short clip or something for
the big
one
matches.
of the other matches, but that's it.
Yeah,
it's not constantly on through the entire show.
Yeah.
So
here we are. We're in Canada. Sorry, go on.
So my question is who came up with this idea of having a pay-per-view named In Your House? Like,
well, it was
why?
It was originally because in the first In Your House there was the gimmick was that there was giving away a house. So if you was watching it, you could you could enter to get a house given away, basically. And also the idea of we're streaming into your house. Who have we got on commentary? Oh, it's Vince. Oh God, not Vince. Oh. His commentary is as bad as ours. Like, oh, that's a big superplex. When they're actually doing a gut wrench suplex.
Lawler's hat is like
way too big. You can't see anything.
Bigger than his head, like way too big.
It absolutely is.
I haven't watched a pay-per-view with Vince on commentary in like forever.
Mate, he's terrible.
He has to tip his head to be able to see.
Yeah, but that's the point, isn't it? Because he's daft. He's a dafty. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you, Dom. Sorry if I bring up UFC a lot. It's just what I like to compare wrestling to because the two fan bases are very linked. That's all good, Jake. That's all good. Obviously, what a maneuver, says Hakeem. Absolutely. That's what Vinnie Mac used to say all the time. PK says, I love Vince on commentary. So energetic. Cool, man. Cool. I haven't heard anyone love Vince on commentary before, but that's rock and roll. Jeremy's making a bet. He bets us $100 I can predict all the winners of this show we're watching. Is anyone going to take that bet with Jeremy?
No.
Oh, cool! You got the timer on. Just noticed. Yeah, so that's that shows us exactly where we are in the on the stream. So if people join in late, you can come. If you leave early or whatever, you can come back. Whatever.
Cool.
Here's Hunter with Chyna. Chyna had just come to him around this time. This is where she was sort of being introduced and starts playing into the matches a lot. I mean, obviously, I think the highlight of this feud is the Royal Rumble 2000 match.
Yeah.
But this is great as well. Wow, Triple H is a Taka jerker. Vince might come back as commentary. Oh God, I hope not. Triple H pre-steroids.
Commentary.
Yeah, he looks amazing, doesn't he? Like naturally, sort of. It must have took him ages to get that body.
Have you seen pictures of Braun Strowman?
No.
Recent pictures?
No, why?
He put it on Twitter, and he has like cut.
Has he?
Like, his stomach, like he was always, muscular in the arms and things like that, but his stomach has flattened out.
Nice.
And, he looks like a monster now. Not that he didn't look like a monster before, but he looks like a monster that might kill you now.
Nice, good for him. Well, hopefully his new training regime with Keith Lee will do well. I heard Keith Lee was on Main Event as well this week.
Yep. I think it was on Main Event last week or the week before that too.
Wow.
He fought Angel Garza. So
They just beeped her.
Yep. Mick Foley is a good kisser.
It's Chyna's lucky day, because he is a good kisser.
Chyna pre-jaw surgery? Yes, it is. I mean, Vince on commentary is better than his booking nowadays. Yes, it is, Hakeem. Agreed. I think it was the Simpsons because they predict lots of things. I rather have the Terminator commented when did he comment? I don't know, man. Aunt Matana counts it too. Triple H versus Cactus Jack in Hell in a Cell is beautiful. These had a wonderful feud. And this is a very early part of their feud, and this is great. Mankind gets into the ring straight away, attacking Hunter, and this is when Triple H was selling, man.
Yeah.
And there's the Bulldog. Hakeem, mighty to what changed you, Jeremy Stanley. There we go. I liked it, but not as much as I like Booker T or Jonathan Coachman. Cool. Chyna was a bad button. Yes, she did. They beeped out ass, said Jack. Yes, they did. Ass is swearing. Let's not say it. is what WWE said. There'll probably be more. I assume it was for the Coliseum video. And I assume that they're only allowed so much swearing to have it at a certain age rating, and they want to get that as low as possible to have as many people buy the videos as possible. I'd assume.
Yeah.
Probably.
Daily Dan Blog joined us. Hey man, how you doing? Are you watching Canadian Stampede with us? The timer on to where we're at is on the bottom of the screen. Watching Mankind and Hunter Hearst Helmsley go at it, man. This elbow, man. Bang. Loved his elbow off the apron. Especially in Cactus Jack in WCW.
Well, Cactus Jack is my favorite.
Of
his characters, Cactus Jack is my favorite.
Snap, man. Absolutely. Who's your favorite, Miniam?
I really like the Mankind character.
Cool.
Cool. I don't know. There are just so many the characters and the way that they booked them and the whole idea behind the characters, back in the day. It's just I don't know. I look at it and it's so cool.
It certainly is. Mick Foley going to the top rope. Did you see his cell over the rope? Triple H.
Yeah.
It's great, wasn't it? Great. And he's leaving. He don't want to fight. Fair enough. Shucky ducky quack quack, everyone says Jack. Emma says hello Emma, hope you're all doing well. We've got 14 people on here. If you could hit a like on the video, it really helps us out. And if you haven't subscribed, consider doing it, man. We do this every so often and Modern Ones. This is our friends at Wrestle Story. They have a wonderful channel where they regularly review all modern wrestling as well as unboxing videos and stuff like that. So go check out the link in the description. Also in the link in the description, I've put mine and Dom's original review of this from our Wrestling Rewind series. So after this, if you're interested in hearing what me and Dom had to say about 2 years ago when we watched it, check it out, baby. Mix-up Foley was so good.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
well, just the different characters that he came up with between Dude Love and, I mean, Dude Love is like totally different from
Mankind.
Or Cactus Jack. So
yeah,
it's like,
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the way that he put his body on the line. You realize Mick Foley's like man and Dom's favorite wrestler of all time.
well, that's because he was like crazy.
Absolutely. But it's also the story as well. It's the underdog. You know, it's the guy that could never fit into what was considered a wrestler, and here he is, like being that wrestler and putting guys over in wonderful ways, man.
Well, when you get your ear ripped off, you kind of, you
have to, yeah.
become a legend.
He's got the mandible claw locked in. 17 people. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Jeremy says, wait, they were all the same person? I'm pretty sure they were all in the same Royal Rumble, so they can't be the same person. That's Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind. I maybe they're not the same person. I don't know. Have we've seen them all in the same room together as well, haven't we, on that video promo? So they can't be the same person, right?
It's Mankind's brothers, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love.
Dude Love. Yeah.
And Mick Foley.
I love this because, and I tell you what I love about it. It feels like Hunter is doing everything he can to try and get the upper hand on Mick Foley, and at the minute he's just not falling for anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, ow.
Yeah, there's Mick Foley taking the back of his legs to them steps, man, from Chyna.
Yikes, dude.
I agree with Mr. G. Cactus Jack he is the best out of the Foley. He won more titles as Cactus Jack. Yes, he did, my dude. I like this stream. Let's watch horror movies. Cool, we'll do that in the future, Ivan. Sure. Not crazier than a ginger. Say again, Mitt.
Everybody's getting beat up here. The ref got hit just a second ago. There was a camera guy or someone that just got hit there.
Yeah, man. Everyone gets hit.
They're checking on the camera guy over there on the ground.
This is honestly, it's one of the most basic out of all the matches I had, but it's just brilliant. And again, that psychology, like he's hurt his leg on the ring steps with that massive move, and here goes Hunter, like targeting that. Perfect.
Well, it's like the little things, the little things that they do in the match. It really helps take it a step further, even if it's the most basic match on this card or whatever. Like the attention to the details, is what helps push it across and is what helped make this what it was.
Which is perfect, man. Yeah, I love it.
I think Triple H, when he pulled that chair, lifted the chair up over his head to hit, man, I think he hit the bellkeeper.
Oh, did he?
That's who he hit.
You're just hitting everyone. Don't get in the way of Cactus and Trips when they're having a fight. Swear I saw a New England Patriots jersey in the front row. I didn't see it, man. 8 people here, probably Callum, probably Daily Dan, probably, mate.
Well, Jack saw the New England Patriots jersey just because he's got a New England Patriots fan, so
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, and that was in Canada as well. So there we go.
Yeah.
Can't be the same person. Blue screen's not a thing. No, absolutely not. He only was WWF champion as Mankind, unfortunately. Yeah, I suppose he was, wasn't he?
Well, the thing is Cactus Jack's another one that doesn't need a title to.
Yeah, he doesn't. No, you're right. And yet he's still being the main event feud because whoever he's fighting, he's going to put over.
Yeah.
Neither a green screen's Jackie Baby. I've got a trivia for you, Anne. When did Cactus Jack win the Hell in a Cell? They shot them in separate rooms like Foley shoots shots before the interview. It's the same people, Mick Foley. It's the same people. What, Mick Foley is Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and... No. No. Ivan, you coming into the chat with your bombshells. How new is New England? Not new enough. Locked in the figure 4. Jack thinks he was named after Cactus Jack. I have to leave, guys. Cool, Jack. Cool. See you later, Ivan. Take it easy, man.
So Jack, why weren't you named Cactus?
Jeremy says, no way they're the same people, Ivan. No way. Can't be. Nice, man. Didn't they realise they had 3 red ropes in 97? Why? When did that come about? I can't remember, man. Oh, they had blue ropes, didn't they, in the early days?
Yeah.
Did you see the ref kicking off his hands?
Yeah.
They used to do that all the time with Triple H.
Yeah.
It's great. And the answer was 1993. Cool, thank you, Ivan, man. Did you guys see the segment on Impact's Final Resolution? They had Omega talk to Anderson and basically wanting Anderson to bring back his Gunner gimmick. No, I didn't. I'll have to seek that out after this. I've got some AAA to watch as well tonight.
I saw the tweet. I think it was Anderson that put it out.
Right.
Put a tweet out with Omega, him and Omega standing there, and said something about machine guns or something like that.
Okay, cool. I love that when he went back into the turnbuckle and did the Ric Flair fall, but it lands in the middle of his legs. That's brilliant. Mick Foley smashing the head of there we go with the low elbow, the knee to the face. That was a classic Mick Foley, man.
Should have used the other knee.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Not
yeah.
the bad one.
11 people here. Yes, Jack. Well, I wasn't called Cactus because of reasons. Oh, right. We had seen a crowd instead of TV screen, says PK. It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? A reacting crowd. That was great as well. The Tree of Woe with the elbow drop, man. Brilliant. I'm not even aware what is good. What is his Gunner gimmick? It was his Gunner gimmick in New Japan.
Yes, I believe so.
I believe it was, yeah. Gets the kick, and here we go with the pulling pile driver.
Oh.
Beautiful. Don't see
But
that
the knee is hurting too bad for him to roll over and cover him.
Certainly is.
Dude,
Oh,
the sound of the hitting the ring.
The hand hitting
Thud,
the ring.
thud. It's like so like hollow sounding.
well, that's there's a reason for that, Minium, and that's because at this time Vinnie Mac hadn't been in the ring wrestling at this point, and it wasn't until Vinnie went. People were always complaining about the hardness of the ring. And it wasn't until Vinny was actually in the ring wrestling and he went, actually, it is quite hard. We could have some padding on this. And that's when they started to use padding. So every bump back these days felt a lot heavier. Wrestling rings are really soft. Have you ever been in a wrestling ring or touched a wrestling ring, either of you two?
No.
Nope.
Cool.
Chair shot to that knee.
Yeah, man. Again, telling the story, you know? Ref distraction, clothesline from Chyna. Ant should have been called Ronnie after Ronnie Pickering. Yes, Ronnie Pickering is from Hull as well. Gunner was Bullet Club. There we go, Jack, Jeremy. Okay, and what was the gimmick? What's different about it and what he is now? I don't know enough about it, Jeremy. Do you guys know much about the Gunner gimmick?
Not really. No.
I don't know a whole lot about it.
Sorry, man. I wasn't watching New Japan at that time, to be perfectly honest. Thoughts on the 7 gimmick, aka Goldust old gimmick? Mandible claw on the top rope. Obviously, he's not allowed to do that. Thoughts on the 7 gimmick? I loved AEW's reference of it. I thought that was hilarious. But it was a bad way for them to use Goldust. WCW brought him in as and they should have let him be who he wanted to be and not just the sort of character and makeup, which is actually what Goldust just wanted to be a person, and that's why he was so angry. So I think you should always talk to performers about what they're comfortable with doing as opposed to giving them a gimmick just based on what they've done in the past.
Yeah.
I
I find the whole thing super intriguing just because, you know, it's very interesting that, you know, there's a couple different directions they could go with it, and if they decide to like maybe try to like resurrect the gimmick that never happened,
Yeah.
I think it would be kind of interesting.
It's a nice sort of historical reference to something that's happened and gone past.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. The fact that they left 7 open like this, probably just for this moment. So they like the long-term story. This long-term storytelling that they're doing is just like crazy.
Yeah. And in terms of the gimmick, I mean, it was him lurking outside of children's bedroom windows. It wasn't what he wanted to be doing at all, and no wrestler can sort of do out with that gimmick. So we've had a double count out here. Sorry, go.
He looked like Festus from
the
Addams Family.
He did. In the penalty box, so we must be in an ice arena, I'd assume.
Yes.
And they've got a double count out, but the fight still carries on.
I loved when they did
Into the
stuff
crowd.
like this. Like, you know, WWE now they don't do stuff like this because, you know, people are crazy. And so
Yeah.
So like this type of stuff it's fun to see. I mean, we're definitely not doing this now because, you know, COVID, but
Yeah, they'll be fighting in video screens, Miniam. Cardboard signs in the crowd, says PK. Yeah, man, it was a time when people were invested in wrestling and wanting to show the love for their favourite superstars. But I would happily have a 7 IQ because, you know. It was nice when he ripped it off and the promo was good. They just didn't do anything with it. Yeah, the promo where he come on and said, "This is crap. I don't want to be here," was great. That's an odd finish. So the finish to the match in terms of the double count out, it works though because it was just the start of something.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the whole match was interesting. I mean, it's just everything that the story throughout the whole thing, going after his leg and all that stuff. It's like, so it was, and then the way it ended was interesting to continue storytelling. Yeah,
it's great. It's a great match, man. Just a really good, classic, solid match. The Hart Foundation going around Canada and saying hello to people. Posters in the street, guys. Posters in the street. A mile-long queue to say hello to Bret. Wow, Bret signed too many autographs, dude. That kid's
he signed that kid's face.
Bret rules. He's got a Burger King hat on. Man, I remember them back in the white hat ceremony. Michael Hayes was there. So they had a tug of war with a fireman. They used to do stuff like that a lot, man. God, they loved Bret Hart, didn't they? Check out that cowboy's hat behind him. That was enormous. That little kid had a Bret Hart leotard on.
And did you see her face though?
Yeah.
She looked like she was really excited to be filmed.
I love stuff like that, man. I love stuff like that.
The Hart Foundation is just so good.
Yeah, man. And it was so clever.
Think about this. There's only one guy on that team that's still alive.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And speaking of still alive, unfortunately, Pat Patterson passed away last week, and there he is.
Yeah.
Why does it prove that it's 5-on-1? It was Austin coming at him by himself.
Yeah.
Shut up, Bretty. Oh, and the commentator said there was a Bullet Club reunion in Omega's bus. Oh, nice, man. I'll have to watch it. Vince uses hockey arenas often. Yeah, a lot of shows do. I saw him at the Ice Arena in Hull. After that promo, I thought they were going to do a run-in with him, but didn't do anything with him. No, man. Signs were so prevalent and annoying in these days. If you're stuck behind one, yeah. Taker's American Badass gimmick return. Triple H old look gimmick return. The John Cena Doctor of Thugonomics return. At the same night, we could only dream, says Futuristic. Nice one. Bret Hart had cheated on his wife about 234 times by this point in his life. Really? That's not good, is it? Was this when the Harts were heel in America but faces everywhere else? Yes, it was, Jack. Yes, it was. Dom is using the Gimme Whole Year account. He says, I was at the Ice Arena. Yes, so was I, my dude. Undertaker was in LA's nightclub. Demon Kid. This is a really good match, guys.
So Dom didn't want to use his own account anymore. He switched over to Gimme a Yeah, so like...
Absolutely.
People.
And then he has to sign it, Dom.
But I hope he's liked it from both sides, so that's all cool. Right, I'm just going to go make a quick cup of tea. Right, so the match is about to start, but no.
Triple H and Mankind are still fighting.
Absolutely. But isn't that great?
And the crowd is going nuts.
Absolutely, because I want to see the outcome of this.
Well, so much for the other match that was going to take place.
Years before we first met, yes, years before we first married. Look at me using the lingo AFK, which means away from keyboard, Dom. Yes, very good. Congratulations. GG, well, WP. Dom, like or I kick you, says Jack. Just this constant scrap. I mean, how exciting, you know? Guardrails falling over. I mean, they don't even have to do much, do they? They just come out and just...
And then you have all the referees. Like...
Yeah, like, the 4,000 referees are going to do anything because they haven't done anything yet. So, like, what are they going to... They should just, like, stand back and go, all right, go to it.
Well, the thing about that is, like, you know, at least the referees are not... They're not necessarily getting involved, but they're attempting to get involved.
Yeah.
I feel like now the referees are just like, they let them fight for like a minute, and then they either just like stand there and are like, great, stop, and from afar, or they like break the fight up before anything even happens. And it's like, well, what was the point of that?
Yeah,
Like...
absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with you. So again, this is a great match. Like, as a, you know, two sort of underused characters, really. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Enjoy.
What does light heavyweight division? What?
That's kind of like your cruiserweight division.
Well, yes, but calling it light heavyweight division.
Yeah, it's kind of like your cruiserweight division.
Yeah, that's what they used to have a belt, a light heavyweight belt, Minium.
Yeah.
And Taka Michinoku was one of the first holders of that belt. Yeah,
it's like I said, it's the heavyweights that are light. That's what it is.
I'm just like light heavyweight. What?
Well, yeah, and then like it was also sort of big in WCW as well, and that's why this is why WWF were doing this and having relationships with. This is when WWF had relationships with companies like AAA and I think it was All Japan Wrestling. Yeah. They had them sort of relationships in this era. Right, I'm making tea.
Yeah, I thought you already left. Let's see here. I wish I was a referee. Gamer guy, you could probably be an excellent referee.
Well, like honestly though, I feel like the referees that are like used like back then, they're just like, I don't know, so iconic. Like it's hard to forget them because
all you need to do to be a referee is go.
I don't know, but like watching the old pay-per-views and stuff, it's like you know which referees are which, and I feel like now they just have like.
Well, you got a couple referees now that you know who they are.
A few, but not very many.
Well, yeah, I mean, because some of them just don't do they don't get involved.
They're just there.
Yeah.
They
It's
just
like,
stand in the corner.
oh, they're there. Oh, throwing them in this corner. Let me get over to that corner.
Oh, man. Refs would get knocked out.
The slice of bone. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that kills me though. Like watching stuff like that. Like even now, it's like, and they're like, ah,
Yeah.
I'm dead. You know.
Whatever happened to 205 Live? It's still going.
Yeah, I think it's still going. I just don't
Friday
watch
nights after SmackDown.
I just don't watch it.
Yeah, we just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Jack says I trained as a ref. It's surprising how people don't know the rules. Like refs don't know the rules, or like
the wrestlers
just
don't know
people don't know the rules. A butterfly would knock a referee over. Oh, nice shot.
Vince told commentary not to name refs, which is like fine. And like, good grief, dude. That is like.
Well, when you're little and flexible, that's what you can do.
It's like bent like to your face.
Yeah.
I mean, no big deal. But like, I'm cool with like the refs not like being named and stuff. Like that's fine. But I feel like just watching some of these old pay-per-views, like, oh look, there's that ref. I liked that ref. That ref did great things.
Yeah.
I feel like now it's just like.
Well, like this guy, watch like. If you watch a lot of the refs now, this guy's just kind of watching. Like now, a lot of refs are like those kicks. He'd be going.
Yeah, like sometimes I feel like they just. It's like almost like what's the point, I know some people don't like when the refs have like personality.
Yeah. Like
I've seen a lot of people, rip on like Aubrey Edwards and stuff for being super involved in the match, but I feel like it just adds another layer,
PK says they don't enforce any rules anymore. 10 count, holding rope, a turnbuckle, and tag match, etc. Yes. People just stare when real wrestlers pin.
Oh.
Yeah, bad ones don't. Sasuke to the top rope. What was that?
I don't know, but that
like he didn't even hit him.
It
was a martial arts kick that missed him completely. The only thing that hit there was Michinoku's hand, like pushing him away.
That's a nice kick.
Yeah, that was a wicked kick.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like so hard hitting. I mean, this is sort of the Young Bucks style almost,
Yeah, this was them before them.
Yeah, absolutely. And, these weren't big stars in the company at this point at all. But this is why I love this so much. It's a great example of some wonderful wrestling.
Well, the thing is, I think it brought in the Japanese and Mexican style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And this was kind of the beginning of it, of bringing it to America.
This is possibly the best worked match on the card.
Yeah.
Dude, the kicks are so vicious. It's like ridiculous.
Did you guys do comments?
Yeah, we were kind of going through them. We were talking about referees.
Enforcing the rules as a ref, and like referees, we were talking about refs. Like now you watch a lot of times, I think it's NXT UK refs, a lot of them, if you watch them, like when somebody gets hit, they're going.
Yeah. Yeah, they do that a lot. Beautiful drop kick, low drop kick into the knee. Beautiful crossbody, jumping up from the ring onto the top rope to go over the top. Beautiful stuff, man.
This was a popcorn match back then. Jack says Raw would be much better if it were this.
It would be, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
A butterfly would knock a referee over. Referees are made of glass, Jake. Vince told commentary not to name refs. I know, but they're yeah.
The thing about this match is like there hasn't been like a dull moment. Like there's always something happening, and there isn't really like this huge.
Till right now.
I mean, till now I'd start saying that, but up until this point, there hasn't really been like tons of standing around waiting, planning moves out and stuff like some people complain about now. So it's like it's very smooth, and it's been
tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. But again, these were big stars in the company. So instead, I mean, wow. German flip, head to the takedown, Hurricanrana, sorry.
Oh, so close, yet so far.
These didn't have the star power at this point, and it was all about, well, let's make people enjoy it, you know, get people invested in this sort of wonderful wrestling. BRB, well,
even,
in a bit.
I mean, you can listen to the crowd. Even the crowd, even though it's not, they're not like going crazy. They're into this just based on the reactions from what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That was really nice. Insult.
It's good, but it's not got a Bart gun. No, it doesn't. A Patriots jersey, front row near the ramp. There we go, Jackie boy.
All right, Jack, I'm going to look for it.
I think that's all Jack is looking for during
That's
this.
what Jack watches wrestling, and that's all I look for.
The wrestling.
Who's got the New England Patriots jersey on? Let's find them.
Now he's starting to move a bit. Okay.
That's how he rates his matches too. Well, there were 7 New England Patriots jerseys there, so this was a really good match. Really good show.
This is like every Ricochet match, says PK. Absolutely, and that's a huge compliment because Ricochet's great, you know?
No, there's a difference here.
They give him time, is that what you're going to say?
Well, the thing is, yeah, I mean, here it seems like there's no like show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one of the reasons I don't like I'm not a huge fan of like the Young Bucks, and even Kenny Omega at times just like annoys me because it's too much. Stop, point, do this, dance, you know, like put on a, like, look at me. These guys are going from one thing to another, and it's not, there's no waiting.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like stop and stare to set up. Yikes, good grief, man.
Michinoku driver, man.
Anyways, there's a whole bunch of like stop and stare and set up for the next move. It all flows one right into the next.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Like, I really don't mind the whole like stop and stare thing most of the time. Like,
that was cool.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Like, drop kick as he's jumping off the top rope.
Yeah. Sorry, Maniam.
That's all good. So close. There've been a lot of close pinfalls.
Yeah. And he gets the pin. It wasn't Taka Michinoku's time just yet. But what a match, eh, guys?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, and especially in this era, man, like, we're spoiled by the likes of Young Bucks and stuff like that these days for this sort of speed of wrestling. But actually, this was an early example. There was other people in WWE that did a similar style at the same time, like Hakushi, who is a wonderful wrestler that's so underrated. And you watch a pay-per-view with Hakushi on it, and like nowadays you'd go, well, that was the best match because that was really well worked, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Bret Hart, wonderful.
And I think that, you know, this was kind of a time where you started to see more of a the smaller guys getting a chance to perform and be out there and put on a show.
Yeah, absolutely. They'd use the AAA guys as well a lot.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, we're outside now.
In a bus.
Referees
just got hit.
Killed. Again, sort of carrying on this story, you know?
Yeah.
So while it's easy to complain about broke the back of that over his back. Wow.
Oh, yikes, dude. Now he's attacking officials?
It was a DQ finish at a pay-per-view, but there was so much that carried on in it, you know?
Yeah.
It makes complete sense.
Oh, dude. Yikes.
A young Tom Brady is there. That's a lie. There's no everyone stand outside and do nothing, just wait to catch a flip. Yeah, no, Jeremy, it was a beautifully put together match, man. I love this. I love this pay-per-view so much. Hang on, Sasuke never had the belt. No, they didn't have the light heavyweight belt at this point. Where's Chyna? Oh, she's just standing back and letting them refs get killed.
Well, why should she get involved? What would be? I mean, what would be the point of it? I mean,
All
sure,
right.
she could beat the crap out of mankind if she wanted to, but you know.
So we slowed down there. So now it's. We'll go back to that in just a minute.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
They're like, I need a water. Hold on,
Time
let's
out.
go back to the ring.
Get back to the wrestling in the ring. We need to take a break for a second.
Oh man.
Welcome back, Futuristic. Washable Mark has joined us. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for joining us. You can see the time which we're up to if you fancy joining us. We're just about on to Undertaker and Vader. One of my all-time favourite pay-per-views, he says, I completely agree. Minute for minute, this is outstanding. Gamer, we are so glad we missed you tremendously. We did. What time is it?
Vader time.
It's Vader time. And there's Paul Bearer with his blonde hair. Was this the debut of JR's hat? I don't know, PK. Oh, yes. It's interesting because at this point, all of Undertaker was basically feuding with Paul Bearer, and Paul Bearer was just getting different wrestlers, which obviously would end up being the debut of Kane as well. But for a long time, Paul Bearer was with Mick Foley as well. Deja vu.
Oh man.
He's awesome.
Vince's hat is my spirit animal, says Jack. It's Boss Vader time, says Jack. Yes, it is.
I don't know what to do for that.
I know, right? Boss Vader. How do we do a Sasha Banks mixed with Vader?
Jack, I'm trying to figure out how do we do a Boss Vader? Like,
that's all I've got for you. I've been gone for 6 minutes, but that was nice. Good for you, man. Wow, this pay-per-view has so many deaths. Mate, it's a violent pay-per-view.
it is.
John Elite has joined us. Hello,
Hey
my
there, John
dude.
Elite.
Thank you so much for joining us, mate.
I can do the V thing on one hand. I can't do it on the other. I can't do it.
Watch
I can't
this.
get my
I can do it
fingers-
too.
I can't get my fingers on this side to like stay apart. Like it's. But I can do it on that side. I don't know
I
why.
can't do it. I can't do it with either hand. So
He couldn't do the Undisputed Era thing where you twist your fingers in the middle or whatever, and like, he can't do that. I'm like, what the heck, dude? It's not that hard to do.
it hurts.
His joints are a little bit older
He's a
than yours,
dinosaur,
Miniam.
Mrs. Glenn can do it. She can like.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I love Big Van Vader, says Washable Market. Absolutely. Guys, if you want to join us, find it on the network. You can see the time that we're up to. Just come and join us, man. It's cool. We'll be doing more of these in the future as well. The second, I assume we're just going to go to the second one on your channel. And it's up to you. You can put another vote out or whatever.
Yeah.
But like us both on Twitter and you'll see votes for more stuff like this. But we're definitely doing one in the near future. We just need to sort out Christmas on the Wrestle Stories channel. So make sure you subscribe there.
Yep.
Vader. I can do it on both fingers. Yeah, we're getting the 25-hour Undertaker entrance.
Well, while this is happening, I'll be right back.
See you in a bit.
Before this match starts.
You've got time. You've got time. I can do it on both fingers, not trying to be a show off. You can show it off, Futuristic dude. I can't do it as well. Cool, man. I didn't realize it was a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, no, just not happening for me.
Did Minnie M fall off the chair as she left?
No.
Okay. I sort of caught it on in my other eyes. I was like, what happened there?
It was just a smooth move, just kind of like a.
Oh, was it right? A dismount. Did Minion dismount from the chair?
Yeah.
I'm fairly low ego, so I show off a lot. Rock and roll. It's Vader time, says Joker. Yes, it is. It is. It's time. It's time. Oh, Cody Rhodes has joined us. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining us, mate. The classic theme song? Yes, Taker's theme song is classic. And again, some of Undertaker's best matches from this era. There was a lot of misfires with Undertaker at this era. His character meant you'd get quite a slow in-ring style, but actually with Vader, like, it felt like two dudes beating the living crap out of each other. Yeah. Cody Rhodes says, how many matches left? There's just 2, man. This is a wonderful pay-per-view. 4 matches, right? And turn the lights on. Yeah. But they're great matches, man. Great matches. Taker before his body gave way. Yes, absolutely, Jack. Man, I really want to see Scarlett wrestle in a WWE ring soon.
This is Taker before he became old.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know that as much as his body can give way. It's just age caught up to him.
As it catches up to all of us, I'm sure. But I'm going the other way, so I'm fine. Vader was so good though, man. He was stiff. He was really stiff. Mini M, did you fall off the chair on your dismount?
No.
No. Paul Bearer sniffing
Paul
the
Bearer,
apron.
like, kissing the apron?
Yeah, he's kissing it, man. This is our ring.
Oh man,
but it's a cool story with him hiding over there, like.
Oh, he was the cowardly heel, Mr. G. Yeah, definitely.
Don't recommend you run up steps. I don't recommend you. Well, I wouldn't recommend myself to walk upstairs, because we all know how that goes. But running upstairs is another story.
Oh, have you just run upstairs?
Yeah.
I mean, just so big, and you just run into moves as well.
And I didn't even miss anything.
No, man, it was Undertaker's entrance.
Yeah, it's because you got time when the Undertaker comes to the ring. It's like 3 minutes.
Oh man.
Again, so in terms of the pay-per-view and the layout of the pay-per-view, here you've got your two. We've had a great technical match, which turned violent and vicious and hardcore. You've had this incredible ring technician match with great speed and wonderful moves, and now we've got two of the biggest powerhouses of the company going at it. I mean,
yes,
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. This is probably not that any era of the Undertaker is bad, but this sort of character.
yeah.
Is not really my favorite. This one, and then sort of leading into Biker Taker. Okay. I didn't really care for either of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just more of an OG Undertaker type of situation. When he first came in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's super cool.
I preferred this version when we first come in. When he first came in, it was so slow, man. So slow. But that's cool. I respect your opinion. Rings were hard and tasty. Being fair, to get beat up for 3 decades, your body will give out eventually. Yes, it will, man. This is better than Monday Night Raw. Absolutely, Cody. This is why we do these classic watch-alongs that you guys vote on. So we remember what good wrestling is occasionally.
It's so different. It's so different from what's on television now, and it's nice to sort of take a break from that and look at this.
It's about the show and the storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not to say that every WWF pay-per-view at this era was this good, because it wasn't.
No.
This is just a really nice exception. Taker takes forever till he gets in the ring. Yes, he does, John Elite, my dude. Yes, he does. It was at this point where Randy Orton started his SummerSlam 2021 entrance, says Jack. Yes, it was. Yes, he's making his way down there. Did you do your TLC predictions? No, not yet, Cody, my dude. Not yet, my dude. We'll be doing that later this week. You guys, when are you doing that?
Friday night during our SmackDown review.
There we go, man. I don't like Undertaker in early Attitude Era before the bike. He seemed more of a budget Buffy villain. I haven't watched enough of it to sort of say, really. Are you on about Ministry of Darkness, Taker, I'd assume? I liked this era where it was the feud was with Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
See, like, I don't mind this. Like, it's not my favorite, but it's still good stuff.
Yeah. That's cool.
I didn't care for the Ministry of Darkness stuff either. Like, I didn't. Not my cup of tea.
not your bag. No, that's all cool. Both men beating each other up on the outside. I mean, again, but this is a good Undertaker match. Like, and as I say, not all of them in this era were. It was these and the ones with Mankind which were outstanding. You know.
Yeah.
Iconic. Oh, Paul Bearer. Undertaker didn't even sell it.
What was that?
It's probably because he hit it and he was like, okay, was there a fly that just hit me?
And then, like, the shaking of the hair? Like, what?
He was just trying to fluff his hair.
Maybe so, yeah.
Your hair doesn't look very good right now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Ministry Shaker was a Buffy villain. I can't wait to watch it all with Dom, because Dom's going to be loving it, and yeah, I'd be interested. Fortunately, I was 9 at the time. Cool, man. Taker going to the top rope. And there's the clothesline. Jake says Taker versus Mankind matches was when Taker started becoming really good. I 100% agree with that, Jake. 100% agree with that.
The Undertaker was good back in the day. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, this match is really good. I out of Undertaker matches, because I don't think they're great, like, a lot of the time. Oh, well, yeah.
Again,
I
think it's the storytelling that comes out of it.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's the big, because, I've always, like, I'm a huge Hulk Hogan fan.
Yeah.
And I've always said that it was the storytelling that he had that made him good. It wasn't the wrestling, because he was a terrible wrestler.
Yeah, I agree. And comparing the two is actually quite interesting, because, again, Hogan was known for the same sort of match structure at this time. Exactly the same as The Undertaker. It was all sort of the same thing.
Him with his shoe.
Beating him with his shoe. But yeah, I agree. Like, you're right, Mr. G. Once you had this sort of Paul Bearer storyline into it, it was brilliant. Because he can use that in the match.
Yes.
And it's not easy to get right. Like the idea that Taker, because Taker's a monster, and you've got to have a way to cut down the monster. But yeah, and that's how they did it with this. It was the Paul Bearer distraction, and that made complete sense.
Yep. Have you watched the Paul Bearer? I think it's part of the Undertaker's last ride. I think the Paul Bearer is part of.
There's a Paul Bearer.
Have you watched that?
Thing.
No, not yet. No.
It is interesting. It's interesting because there was a lot of stuff I didn't know about, like the Paul Bearer character and how he ended up getting signed to WWE and everything.
Yeah.
And it was interesting.
I watched a lot of shoot interviews with him, actually. Taker has always been good, says Daily Dan Blog. Cool, man. I'm glad to enjoy him. I mean, is an interesting character. Don't mean to be rude, but what Vince is doing to some of the superstars just makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. That's cool, man. I think people will probably agree with you there, John Elite. Dan, well, his character, but not his matches. Yeah, I don't enjoy early Undertaker matches. Matt Tavern, seen one of my Instagram stories hours ago. What's a Matt Tavern?
Matt Taven? Isn't he a wrestler?
I don't know, is he? Oh, I didn't know.
I think he is.
When is funny trivia, says Cody Rhodes. I don't think we'll be doing it tonight because we're just enjoying this. So maybe join the stream on Monday, man, if you're looking for that, mate. Paul Bearer managed Taker in his first match was Texas Red. Did he?
Yes.
When was Texas Red?
He was in World Championship Wrestling or Mid-South Wrestling or
like that, right?
Something like that. It was one of those. I don't remember which one.
Because
that's kind of how Paul Bearer ended up getting signed to WWE is because of the Undertaker.
Yes, yeah, I do remember the story but I don't remember the details. His first manager in WWF, of course, was Bruce Pritchard.
Yes.
Paul Bearer's hilarious. Go on, Miniam.
I said brother love. That's all I said.
Brother love, yeah, there we go, yeah. I thought you said you love it. Like, the crowd are going wild, aren't they? And you...
What was that camera work? Like, literally, the camera was, like, shaking, and it was like an earthquake, and they were all like...
That's because everybody was, like, standing up.
Yeah, Matt Calloway versus Sting, of course. Shoe as a weapon, because this is 1997. Austin Powers this year shows how as a weapon in the first film. There we go. It was part of the 30 Days of Undertaker stuff, Mr. G.
The Paul Bearer
docu
thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I want to watch it. I haven't.
It was very good, says Jack. R.I.P. Paul Bearer, says Cody. Up the hull, says Rated R Dave. Welcome, my dude. Up the hull indeed, my brother. With our friends from across the pond right now. The Wrestle Story. Check them out. Link is in the description. Texas Red was WCW, said Jack. What? You don't know Matt Tevin? You should check him out. He's awesome in Ring of Honor. I haven't met. No, sorry. PK. WWE need to bring back character managers like Bearer, Cornette, Sherry Heenan to add up some spice. Yes, agreed.
I love the managers. The managers helped push the characters to another level. Like, yes, it was about the character itself and, like, the wrestler doing all that they could do to get themselves over and working the best they could in the storyline. But also, the managers, I don't know what that was. Also, the managers were, like, a huge part of it, you know?
They tried to do the Tombstone reverse, but Vader fell back. But actually, they saved it quite well. It didn't look as bad as Roman Reigns' Tombstone reversal. Yeah, I'd agree, Maven. Like, Zelina Vega was great, and I'm enjoying what AEW are doing with managers. Jake says, yeah, that's what AEW does so well. They actually use legends as managers, unlike WWE. They completely waste them. Yeah. Let's not forget, guys, Sting has been under contract for the last 5 years for WWE, and they made some documentaries with him.
Yes. So they have some content with him.
Absolutely. Camera shaking is because the idiot man in it forgot to lock to the floor properly. Botch, absolutely botch. Massive botch. And he sits up. Well, he's building up that Vader bomb for a long time, wasn't he? Choke slam off the second rope. Wow. Wow. Oh, he kicks out. He kicks out of a choke slam off the second rope. Are you kidding?
I love how they keep going to Paul Bearer.
Chokeslam, there we go. John Elite says, what are some good Taker matches to watch aside from Taker Mankind? I wasn't even born when he debuted. I watched WWE late in 2012.
Undertaker matches. I don't know that it's necessarily, like, the greatest match ever, but, like, one of my favorite matches to go back and watch just for, like, the story. I believe it's SummerSlam 94, Undertaker and Undertaker.
Undertaker. Oh God, that's yeah. Oh, Tombstone.
I don't know. I find it so just funny, and I go back and watch that sometimes. It's like probably one of my most watched pay-per-views like ever. I don't know. That's always one that has just stuck in my mind.
Stuck in your head,
forever.
yeah,
Like,
no, that's cool.
I can remember, probably because I've seen it about 75 times. So
the end of that match saw a tombstone to the massive Vader. That's incredible. Mr. G, Taker matches?
I don't know. I mean, me personally, I don't know that there's any bad Undertaker matches just because of his character.
Cool.
And, you know, the story he tells when he's doing this. So, I mean, I think that it's... Again, I don't think that there's, like, a bad... I mean... I suppose you could say the Goldberg and Taker match is bad, but I mean,
some of the more recent ones have been rough, but like the older stuff is all pretty good. I mean, like relatively speaking, Taker and Shawn Michaels.
Obviously, yeah, great one.
That's a good one. I love the Buried Alive pay-per-view, which is one of the ones that's actually the one that the Canadian Stampede tied with that we'll watch on our channel at some point in time.
Absolutely.
That's really good.
I mean, PK said Undertaker versus Yokozuna Royal Rumble is. I mean, I thought that was good.
The
massive story. Yeah, that's when he
with
ascends to heaven at the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's just, I mean, there because of his character, I think that's what.
Kamala, that's who it was, right? He did a casket match with him.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember that one.
I think a lot of the Kane matches had some great. Kevin Nash. Oh, I didn't like that one. I'd say the Kane had a lot of story going into it. So they're really cool. Shawn Michaels, early Hell in a Cell, stuff like that. But then also obviously the later ones when he retired. But again, Mankind, like not just the obvious ones. Go check out some of the like the Buried Alive, like the Boiler Room Brawl, which is great.
That one is
really good, yeah.
Yeah.
So not just sort of the Hell in a Cell or the ones we normally think about. There's is it Mick Foley and Undertaker in Mind Games? Or is that someone else? No, but that's another great match. Mind Games. I should have put that on the list as well. I think it's Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley. Amazing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Such an underrated classic. Vader had to come to WWF after Paul Orndorff knocked him out in WCW. Yes, he did, man. Yes, he did. Vader will be missed. Yes, he will, man. Yeah, he was great. He should be in the Hall of Fame, though. He really should.
I always thought he was.
No?
And then I looked at it and I was like, he's not in the Hall of Fame? What is this nonsense? Are you kidding me, dude?
Foley.
That's why the Hall of Fame is a complete joke.
Foley was campaigning for him to be in before he passed away, but he never got it, so. Oh, yeah, he's scared of my Undertaker. Oh, I wonder why, I quote Paul Bearer. Didn't Taker also have a match with Rikishi? Yes, obviously a massive moment. It was a Hell in a Cell, wasn't it? A 6-man Hell in a Cell? Where he ends up pushing Rikishi off into a load of sawdust?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice, having your face shoved into a toilet?
Taker versus... Sorry, say again, Minium?
So that's exciting.
Yeah, it certainly is. We have 40 minutes left, or about 48 minutes left. We are about to see one of the biggest pops in WWF history. Taker versus Vince changed my life, says Jack. There we go. Oh yeah, Vader passed away 2 years ago. R.I.P. to him. He was not treated the way he should have been in WWE. No, he should have been. He should have held the title. What happened is Shawn Michaels' politics against him. Basically.
Well, I think a lot of the WCW guys, the guys that were seen as being WCW guys, didn't get treated like they should have been treated.
Absolutely not. What's your favorite Undertaker match? Well, I've just got to say Mick Foley and Undertaker Hell in a Cell because it's my favorite match of all time. So I don't necessarily think that's because of Undertaker, though. You know, you guys.
Again, I don't know that I have a favorite one because there's just so many that I like that. it's one of those things. I don't know if I could pick a favorite.
Yeah, his stuff with Mankind. I mean, like you said, it was Mick Foley in general. It was so good, you know.
Mm.
Well, Ken Shamrock hasn't changed much. He's a little older, but.
Oh, they're so iconic.
Rush.
Literally, so iconic.
Yeah. Obviously, all 3 of that team still alive. Oh yeah, Vader passed away 2 years ago. RIP. He was not treated the way he should. No. Foley versus Shawn at Mind Game is CM Punk's favorite match. It's a classic, man. It's such an underrated classic. Let's really get the Canadian spirits up with the Canadian national anthem.
Yes.
This is exciting.
Usually I do this before like the pay-per-view starts. We wait till the main event.
But this match is all about that, you know, so it sort of makes sense from that point of view as well. We used to flush people's faces on toilets, did we? Ken, says Kim. Kim seen Ken Shamrock. John Elite says, when we saw the Fiend on the Titatron after Bray Wyatt versus The Miz, I legit thought we were going to get the Fiend versus the Fiend somewhere down the line. Could still happen. The Fiend Faker versus the Fiend. There we go. Taker versus Blue Meanie, Sunday Night Heat, 1999. Jeremy popping out them classic matches. Is that any good? I mean, I can't remember watching it. Do you remember Blue Meanie? Absolutely, man. Was this Hawk's only main event?
I don't know.
Probably. One of only 3 WWE events with a Canadian anthem. There we go. Jack throwing out them facts, man. Thank you, dude.
So is this like an elimination match?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or is it? Gamer Guy, Wrestle Story, cut a promo on Gimme a Whole Yeah. And they're frozen, so that is their promo. Well, hopefully they'll come back in a second. Fun fact, Fiend has faced Shinsuke before on some Dart show. Cool, man. I didn't know that. Hello. Welcome back.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi.
I love how I froze.
You're like mid-blink.
That's
was
awesome.
that, dude?
What a perfect time to freeze.
I know, your
Oh,
promo
man.
was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, hey, that was it.
Ask for promo?
Gamer Guy, that was it.
You
It's like,
get a promo, man.
Let's have the promo then. Cut a promo and give me a whole yeah.
what do you want us to say?
You're the promo machine. You cut
I
promos.
usually read what someone has to say or have like
Well,
some
you
idea
make
where
it
I'm going
sound
with
good.
it. So I mean, like,
Well,
if you don't watch Give Me a Whole Yeah, you have no clue what you are doing.
Whoa. Well, I mean, that we're going to screen grab that, and there we go.
one of the cameo videos at the beginning of the show.
I am going to make you one of them one day, and just for a laugh. Hey, it's Ant from the Wrestle Story in Yorkshire, as nobody can say Yorkshire. Fun fact. Yes, we've read that one. It was as good as a Taker versus Meanie match sounds. Lol. Yeah, I can't imagine it being the best.
Oh, man.
So did that work for you, Gamer Guy? Is that like,
Mate, you got emojis. He just spilled his water. Of course it worked. I mean, you hurt my ears, but I mean, it was wonderful. Others, we WrestleMania 18 and 8. Others were WrestleMania 18 and 8. There we go, the Canadian national anthem. Nice one, man. Blue Meanie is the best wrestler ever, says Jake. Well, there we go. Bruce is the best Hart. Why is it? Because of his mustache? I do like Bruce's mustache. I'm quiet because I'm working on something. That's all good, Futuristic. We just appreciate you being here, my dude. Thank you, man. Oh yeah, I just spilt my water. That needs to be the outro, LMFAO. Oh, it's 1-4, not elimination, says Jack. Thank you, man. Yowie wowie in chat. You guys rock. Thank you all so much for joining us. For those of you that haven't seen the Wrestle Story before, they have a wonderful channel. Someone asked earlier, and I think I missed a comment about the next video. We'll be doing Raw tomorrow night, or Dom will be doing Raw. When's your next video, and what do you guys do?
We will be on tomorrow night after Raw as we do a recap of Raw, AEW, SmackDown on Fridays.
NXT on Thursdays.
We've been doing NXT UK, doing a live watch along with NXT UK on Thursday. Sorry.
We don't. This is our Thursday Night War. How dare you come onto our channel and promote your Thursday? Don't watch them. Their Thursday streams suck. It's here.
I told you we were invading, didn't I? I said we were invading your channel. So
wow. Wow.
We did do an Impact this week. We'll probably do one this coming week also.
Yeah, because Kenny Omega and Don
it'll be a live watch along. Yep. So
that did really well. So
yeah, I'm gonna try and do it.
I mean, follow us on Twitter. Make sure if you follow us, you hit the little thing that tells you when we go live.
You could also just subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah, that too.
I mean,
hit the ring bell. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, yeah. And you know when we're live, folks. You know when we're live.
Cool. You're welcome. More Patriots fans. Yowie wowie. Ken Shamrock still rocking Speedos in 2020. Absolutely. I don't know if he's rocking them still, though. I think TLC is Sunday. It certainly is. We'll have content on both channels for TLC. Says Jake.
Yeah, we have that next weekend, too.
Yeah.
TLC.
They have a great channel, and Maven hates Jeremy on there as well. She yells at his opinions. Let's end this feud. Jeremy, say something nice about Maven. Maven, say something nice about Jeremy. Let's go.
See, but the thing about it is, it's not that I attack you for your opinions. It's the way you word things and send them in chat, and the way they're kind of perceived. There's a difference between saying I don't agree with your opinion, and saying some of the comments that have been sent. So that's all I'm gonna say.
That was very mature, Maven. I'm loving it. Well played, mate. Well played. So can we have a virtual hug? Hug it out, guys. There we go. Oh, you get a poke instead. There we go. British Bulldog with his wife out. Is it Martha, his wife, was it? Martha Hart, I think?
Yes, I think so.
Miss Calgary as well. Wow. She must have been a slightly older Miss State. Wow, the state of the sound system in the arena. Welcome to 1997. I subscribe to the Wrestle Story as I'm scared of the Glean's revenge. I would as well. Do you see LMFAO? Diane, sorry, yeah, Diane Hart. Thank you, PK. God, what an idiot I am. Martha is the mum, isn't it? Give Maven a round of applause, and then he puts an emoji with a hand that's a double hand waving. No, it's that, Maven. That's what emoji that is. When is Dom going to do the TLC prediction challenge against me? I don't know, Futuristic Man. I don't know, man. You'll have to ask him tomorrow. Virtual hugs, guys. There we go. That was a promo. Rule Britannia. Don't squeeze me too tight, says Gamer Guy. Maven, stop squeezing people too tight. What a promo, Cody Road. Not TLC. Jeremy sends you lots of hug emojis, Minnie M.
Thanks.
Yes, I sang to Bulldog's theme. Indeed, you did. Martha Owen's wife. Thank you, man. Yes, she is. Of course, she is. Jesus, what am I thinking? She still didn't say anything nice. And then he puts a load of emojis and then upside down. The botch guy is streaming right now. Go send some love to the botch guy, everyone. If he's still streaming when we finish, we'll send everyone across to him. It's all cool. Say something nice, Maven.
I don't know that I can.
You've got to say that you like that he's got a lovely name or something like that. Just say something nice.
Sure, you have a lovely name.
Beautiful. Feud over.
That's
fixed.
But it
fixed.
I don't know about that.
Fixed.
Anthony, you can try, but nah.
We value all of your opinions, absolutely. The botch guy is streaming right now. Love heel Bret Hart with the Canadian flag. No F's given. Yeah, well, and that's the interesting thing, PK. This was heel Hart, while at the same time being face Hart in this event. I mean, the crowd pop when he comes out is amazing. Just leave it, Jeremy.
The thing is, I think that because of the fact it is the Canadian thing, so you could make him a face everywhere, but in the United States.
Absolutely. British Bulldog and Dynamite Kid were amazing as a tag team. Yes, they should. Yeah, they were. Maven be nice, says Jake. She is being nice. She said she likes his name. LMFAO, she can't think of anything.
Me?
21 likes, raise the roof.
I'm nice to everybody, unless I'm given a reason to not be nice to people. So, I'm just saying.
There we go. I'm on Jeremy's team. There we go. There's no such thing as teams. There we go. Bret Hart and Austin carrying on this amazing feud. I'm glad to have you on Team Ginger. I'm probably part Canadian just because of how nice I am. Nice, Jake. We got 14 people. I hope you're all watching with us. If you want to join us, we've just started the main event. The time link is in the video as well, so you can join where we are. This is awesome. Bret Hart stomping a mud hole in Steve Austin. Jeremy says he likes your forehead.
Well, thank you so much.
There we go.
I appreciate that. You just happened to leave out the fact. He said you didn't even read the entire comments.
I didn't want to.
You didn't even read the entire comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
There we go. Bret Hart and Austin was like passing the torch from New Generation to Attitude Era. PK, absolutely, my dude. Gamer Guy Maven, I agree with you, says Gamer Guy. That's my nice thing to say. Jeremy, that wasn't very nice, and you know it. I liked to see Trivia Tag Team. Nice, man. We'll do a Trivia Tag Team one day. 21 likes. Raise the roof. Mr. G, you just sounded like a seal.
That was the plan.
It rocked. Yeah, I was quite enjoying your raise the roof thing the other night. You was going crazy with it, and you was getting all these likes.
We had like 27 likes on our video.
You did really well.
You're like,
good.
What? What is this insanity?
Crowd really not liking Austin at this point for beating up their hero. Maven is the best. Yes, Maven number one, Jake. What a filthy heel Jeremy is. Bret and Austin had a barn burner at WrestleMania 13. Yeah, they did, man. Cracking match. And, fun fact, all teams with a War Game advantage in the past 2 years have lost all their matches. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that.
There we go. Oh, Jeremy has been nice here. I'm joking, Maven. You're an amazing streamer, and it's great to hear your opinions, even when we don't disagree. There, that's nice.
I'd like to see the Wrestle Story merch on the shelves. We do actually have a merch store on Teespring.
Yeah, man. Is that in the link to your videos?
Yes.
There we go. Check that out,
If you go to our channel, check out any one of our videos, you should see a link to our merch.
Is it the last match? It is, McCody. It is, my dude. You'll have to over 29 likes before I left. I know they did amazing the other night. Oh, I missed 27 likes. Sorry, guys. I was resting my awful pretzel like back. Oh, mate. Jack's suffering with his back at the minute. Neidhart is in the ring now with Ken Shamrock. Y'all crushed it. Congrats. They did amazing.
Thank you, for Futuristic Gamer.
Yeah, we try. We try. I think it was the Vince is a Vampire conversation that kind of like just elevated that stream to another level. Like, I think that's what it was.
Brian Pillman and Ken Shamrock. Wow. You know, Ken Shamrock was really sort of struggling at this point as a wrestler, but he really he worked so hard to get it down, and he did a really good job.
I think it would be
go
like in his situation and like Ronda Rousey and all the MMA people coming over from where you would just like cut loose and just let it fly to, okay, now I have to kind of hold back. I think that'd be tough to do to where you're not, trying to kill somebody.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Completely agree with you, man. Bret Hart has sounded like a broken man ever since the screw job. Yes, he has. Swerve Show joined us. Hello, my dude. How you doing? What is up, Anton? This is the Wrestle story. Check them out, Swerve Show. Good people from across the pond, in your neck of the woods. I enjoyed that stream. It was really cool on Friday. Good, man. It was a feel-good stream, dudes. This card is half as long as Raw now, but it's over double the quality. It's, way more than double the quality, man. Brian Pillman and Ken Shamrock. Give me that every day over Raw.
Brian Pillman just spit in Ken Shamrock's eye. I don't think that would be legal now.
And probably not, no. Great show, guys. Thank you, Swerve, dude. Thank you, man. Maybe someone's has multiple accounts. That's why you got 27 likes on Friday stream, Mr. G and Minnie M. Maybe so. But people showing support is always a nice thing, so thank you, dudes. Got to go eat back later. I love you, punk rock girl. Thank you, Daily Dan. You flirt. Owen Hart, man. Owen Hart getting it. I mean, this is just dream lineup, innit?
Owen Hart is so good. It's such a tragedy that he died, man, because
it really is.
Like,
well, and I think the problem was he was underrated, and they tried to put him in the way they used him. I don't feel that it showed off his complete talent.
No, certainly not in the later times. But the feud with Bret was beautiful, man. That WrestleMania 10 feud.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
You're welcome. Someone higher at Cody Rhodes. Great show. Thank you, dude. Hope you're having a good time. Well, Ken will be King of the Ring in a year. Spoilers, Jack. Careful, mate. 1998 spoilers. Not tough for Ken to hold back from MMA when he's getting paid 3 times as much, says PK. Indeed, dude. Thank you, the crazy country. Yes, your country is a bit bizarre at the minute, shall we say. Spit spreads COVID, Ken. Yes, it does. The only reason Raw is 3 hours is advertising. Maybe it's going to be 5 hours in 5 years. One can hope, Jake. One can hope. I always go on my burner accounts to support Hull, yeah. Nice one, Swear. Thanks, dude. That was a real dorky laugh, wasn't it? Excuse me. Forgive me. Maybe they just had a good...
The dorky laughs is what makes, the shows good sometimes.
Absolutely. Maybe they just had a good show and got the likes. They don't need double accounts. Lol. Ain't I supposed to be the heel harsh comment? Yeah, Jeremy saying that it wasn't double accounts. It was just because you had a bloody good show. It feels like we've turned a corner here. This is wonderful. Owen might be my favourite wrestler ever. I could understand why. Bulldog holding him up in the air. Monday Night Raw should go back down to 2 hours. Agreed, Cody Rhodes, man. Agreed, man.
The problem is no matter what you do, whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours or an hour, if you don't put on a good show, it doesn't matter what you do.
No. Well, that's one of the things about NXT UK, isn't it? I think part of the reason that's so good is because they have an hour, so they put a match on straight away. And I feel like wrestling shows should start like that a lot more.
Well,
that's why, like with NXT, I feel like when it went to 2 hours, it kind of became this, like, there was so much filler content on the show that they got away from what they were originally doing, that
which
drew
was
people
great
in
matches.
the first place.
Yeah.
But the thing is
and I feel like they don't have as many of those.
The problem is you have enough wrestlers that you could fill the time if you just do it and don't try and repeat the same stuff over and over again.
But that's the issue with WWE, is that they try to repeat
but that's what I'm saying is there's, I mean, we can sit here and go, well, because NXT, NXT UK does an excellent job, I think. I think it's probably the best thing going for WWE right now because of how they do it, how they handle it. There's not a lot of, sit back and wait. And they get right into it. Even with their promos, it's like they do the promo, it's done quick, gets the point across, and and then we go like this week's with Noam Dar and his Noam Dar
Supernova sessions. Yeah,
Supernova. It was awesome.
It's great. Yeah, really good. Putting Goldust on. Goldust has been in the ring for a long time. But they love seeing Goldust get beat, didn't they? Because he was that over-sexualized character that at this time people it was really divisive. Which is bizarre, isn't it? Because it's not anymore. I got into WWF just after Owen's death. If Owen's death was my first experience of WWF, I doubt I'd still be a fan. And Ant would never have hosted this great show. No, man. Ant, do you think Raw should go back to being 2 hours instead of 3 hours? If you're trying to make an entertaining product, yes. If they are looking for money from advertisers, no. I think that's a fair comment, I think.
Well, the thing about it is even if they go back to being a 2 hour show, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
No, because SmackDown can still be crap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just the way they book things, and the storytelling aspect of it is, like, it's just not there.
Yeah.
And it needs to be.
Oh, beautiful back heel.
It's like NXT UK, being an hour long. You get it every week. You see, or almost every week, you see like different wrestlers being showcased. And so, but the WWE, like the main roster, SmackDown and Raw, both, it's like the same thing every week.
Yeah. Do you see that drop kick? He's so good in Owen Hart, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Like I said, it's such a shame everything went down the way it did because, I mean, the guy is just incredible.
Beautiful power slam there from Animal. Legion of Doom getting booed. What is going on here? Oh, going for the Doomsday device. Boom. Wow, what a move. Raw was 45 minutes for the first 2 or 3 years. Yes, it was PK. And again, I think we can all agree that it was great at that point. It's breaking down. NXT, when it was 1 hour, was gold. Agree completely, man. Agree. Raw and NXT US do too many segments recapping what happened an hour ago. Yes, they do.
Someone just threw a beer on. Someone just grabbed Austin's shorts.
It's one of the Hart brothers.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I can't remember which one that was. Dustin is still so good. Yeah, he is, man.
He should have tried to hit him with the chair.
Yeah. Hope you see why I loved Owen. Yeah, man. I really rate Owen, Jack. I actually rate him more than Bret, to be perfectly honest. Almost like they didn't need a guy in a blue mask and suit flying down from the rafters. I know. Although I get it, and again, that was sort of another way of bringing comedy into wrestling with the blue blazer, and it was funny. It's just a shame that it couldn't be taken more serious as well, because he was a talent, man.
Yeah.
Owen Hart was incredible. Such a shame he passed. He had so much more left to give. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Well, not only as like a performer, but if he was still around, like now and within the last, 10 years, I think there's several people that, he could have helped out and would have had like a major influence on some of the people that we see now in like their careers and help them get to where they want to be.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, this is how you do a multi-man match, guys.
Yes.
There's so much. Maven, close your eyes, please. There's so much going on, and at the same time, all the stories are so clear. It's brilliant. This was all in Wrestling with Shadows. It is, which Maven haven't seen. You need to watch that at some point, my dude. But he did finally find out who the Blue Blazer was. He told us he would. Did he? Okay, cool. Owen will be in AEW Hall of Fame. I think Owen Hart will be the first person inducted into the AEW Hall of Fame, yeah. And I think Martha will allow that to happen. Oh!
Ooh.
That looked like it proper connected, didn't it?
Yeah. Nothing like having a fire extinguisher just sitting under the ring.
Just in case of fires, Mr. G.
Yeah.
Oh, Bret Hart was such a heel. And have you heard the crowd, man?
Yeah.
This is just so well done.
It's great. It's such a good multi-man match.
There's a lot happening, but it isn't like all jumbled up and a mess to where you can't tell what's happening. Where I feel like some of the multi-man segments now are that. And
Well,
it's like,
yeah,
what am I
all
watching?
time, man. Absolutely,
Like-
you're completely right, Miniam. It's this is so well structured.
There are so many moving parts, and everybody has their job to do, and they're doing it really well without like messing everybody else up.
Yeah, man. Yuri Butler's joined us. Hey, man, how you doing? Owen will be in the AEW Hall of Fame. Wait a minute, Jack. Maybe it seems possible. Bret and Dusty will be AEW Hall of Fame. Yes, I think so. Shout out to the Swerve Show. Absolutely, Swerve Show rocks. Cody Rhodes. I've been on his show a few times with him. We're looking at doing something in the future, but we'll get around to that at some point. Obviously, time differences and stuff, it makes things difficult. Dusty will for sure. What happened to the Hall of Fame this year? COVID, it just didn't happen. They announced who was going to be inducted, but it just didn't happen. It was the Bellas,
I don't
wasn't
even
it?
remember. Bellas and Batista and NWO, right?
Yes.
I don't even know who else.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I should be in the Best Human Hall of Fame. Yeah, you should, man. So we've got Owens left now and Austin's left now. Going to the back. I hope
JBL?
JBL, yes.
British Bulldog?
Yes, and British Bulldog.
Jushin Thunder Liger?
Yeah, massive.
And then New World Order, Bella Twins, and Batista.
Well played.
Interesting.
Jeremy says, I hope a WWE guy who has absolutely nothing to do with WCW, TNT, or AEW is their first person in a Hall of Fame. What a joke that would be. Let's put Bret Favre in the Euro LG Hall of Fame. Yeah, but the thing is, Jeremy, like wrestling fans want to see Owen in the Hall of Fame. And I completely understand why Martha has an issue with it. Like, the negligence killed her husband. Which is why she doesn't want WWE to profit off Owen's name.
Yeah.
So while you're right, I get what you're saying in terms of that, but AEW has not been going long enough to have its own Hall of Fame yet anyway. So why not give it to wrestlers who are icons, you know?
Well, and they can make it different from WWE's where, you know, WWE's really isn't taken seriously whatsoever. I mean, Donald Trump is in their Hall of Fame. So,
and Cyndi Lauper's
like,
not.
exactly. So, like, AEW could take a more serious approach to it and not make it a giant joke and not have, you know, a billion people who have virtually done nothing for anything going into their Hall of Fame. It can be like a legitimate, you know, like, these guys help the business. The business wouldn't be what it is without them.
Mm-hmm.
And they deserve to have some recognition for it.
Which is what a Hall of Fame should be, yeah. As opposed to maybe it'd be voted as well. That'd be really interesting to see if they do
WWE
like a.
is like a popularity contest.
Well, it's a story that's put by Vince McMahon to tell who he wants to say who's great.
Yeah.
Futuristic, it's getting set to next year, I think. Yes, Arnie's here. Bulldog 2, nice. Oh yeah, baby, says Cody Rhodes. Absolutely, brother. British Bulldog, yes. Hart and Ken Shamrock are in the ring right now. Yuri Butler likes The Undertaker, Ken Shamrock, The Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Divas, The Big Show, because I like watching them on YouTube. Rock and roll. Well, thank you for joining us, Yuri Butler. Yeah, and putting him on the AEW Hall of Fame is a joke. That's like putting me in a Hall of Fame for a league that I never played. Well, no, because it's different to putting you in a Hall of Fame for a league you never played, because if you never played it, then you can't go in the Hall of Fame. But if it's a wrestling Hall of Fame, you can look at the history of wrestling, and Owen Hart was a wrestler that influenced a crap ton of people. Mm-hmm. Snoop Dogg is in WWE's Hall of Fame. Yeah, and that's part of the reason it's a joke. Drew Carey and Vince's limo. Is Vince's limo? I didn't know that. I knew Drew Carey was. WWE mad at Snoop Dogg or AEW? Driver are in. What's your thoughts on Mr. McMahon? What, in terms of the character? I think he's one of the best heel characters there's ever been. That's a good way to start off your Hall of Fame with no serious taking, putting guys that have nothing to do with your brand in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, but again, it's wrestling Hall of Fame as opposed to brand.
Yeah, exactly. And like some of the people that should be in the WWE Hall of Fame aren't in there when they most definitely should be, because of the influence that they've had in the business. That's why WWE's is a complete joke.
When you
because it's not about what you've done for the business. It's about who Vince likes and who he wants to see in there, and that's about it. Yeah,
it's all to sell tickets. Bulldog. Oh wow, he sold that well. Did you all hear that WWE is upset with Snoop Dogg on AEW? Was Snoop Dogg on AEW? I didn't know that.
He's going to be on AEW at their Smash the New Year
thing.
One of the Smash the New Year.
Yeah, he's going to be on commentary for that.
Oh, cool. Well, he's a wrestling fan, isn't he? I like Double Dare and Family Double Dare and Super Sloppy Double Dare Special, Double Dare and Nick Arcade, Legends of the Hidden Temple, and Finders Keepers, Nickelodeon, Guts, Global, Guts. Yuri Butler? None of them words made any sense to me, my brother. If AEW has an Hall of Fame, thank you, Hakeem, Jericho needs to be the first inductee. Yeah, cool.
That was wicked.
Yeah, it was, yeah, off the top rope. Massive suplex. Gamer Guy, yes, and Vince is coming back out. Vince was so angry he was willing to lose money because of his petty grudges. Well, I guess they're doing a double the Hall of Fame. I saw your video yesterday. Thank you, Cody. Hope you enjoyed it, my dude. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Agreed. Undertaker for AEW Hall of Fame. Lol, it's the same thing. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying with that. I get what you're saying. But yeah, Owen Hart's never going into the WWE Hall of Fame, and that's why it's a massive shot fired. Owen in AEW Hall of Fame lends legitimacy to AEW. I'd agree with that. Back to Austin and Bret.
That was wicked.
Yeah, it was. Bret, man, sold running into a turnbuckle so what? The sound.
Yes. It had to have hurt.
I don't know how he did it, but the sound he got each time was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see in the Hall of Fame next year? I mean, it's going to be the same people that it is, but the one person I'd like to see in Hall of Fame is Vader, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Jeremy, the Hart family have a link with AEW the same way Dusty has a link to AEW. There you go. Yeah, that's a good point. Kane, The Rock, Undertaker, New Year's Smash, Mr. G. There we go. Killer Kelly, Michelle McCool. Cool. I used to be a massive Kelly fan. Oh, Kelly, not Killer Kelly. Killer Kelly rocks, though, by the way, dudes. There's the stun gun. Can't get the pin with it, though.
Two.
And they've also, I'll tell you what they've done, they've given this match loads of time, haven't they?
Definitely.
When you got all these performers in the ring, don't rush it. You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Is I think because of the way they did it and gave it plenty of time, you were able to see all of these guys,
Absolutely.
without having to make it totally chaotic.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Because this could have been a mess, an absolute mess, and it's not. It's really good. I want to see Stephanie induct Macho Man. Yeah, that's not. Macho's already inducted. And Austin's put on the sharpshooter. Owen Hart comes back. Saves the day, brother. Saves the day. Kelly, the stripper gimmick on WWE's ECW, is what you were a fan of, huh? Lol. No, I read it as Killer Kelly, my dude. Who was in NXT UK, and she was watching her on Eve the other night. AC/DC banned into the Hall of Fame. If they were in the Hall of Fame, they'd be on a highway to Hull, brother. Oh, Jack, so do we. Oh, that would be incredible. Who's going to be a special guest on Thursday for NXT UK? You'll have to see, Cody Rhodes. You'll have to see. Jeremy, her body and her face. Yeah. Do you know, to beat you at the ratings, guys, I'm having to pull in special guests to Thursdays now.
That's cheating.
It's
That's not the no. The rule book. It's just you and it's just us. That's it.
And there's the pin.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
The ratings war is off. If you're bringing in special guests, none of it counts.
Oh, you wait till this Thursday. Jeremy, her body and her face. She was not great in the ring, though. What, Kelly? I don't know. Did you guys watch much of Kelly?
No.
I saw a little bit. Not impressed.
Well. But Jeremy said she was beautiful. You're a nice man in the world. Thank you, Yuri Butler. You are too, my dude. Look after yourself. Everything is breaking down. Is that the police uniform in Canada?
I don't know.
Do you know the stripe on the trousers?
Might be.
Well, they said it was security.
Oh, maybe
Or it's just a security firm that they hired.
I mean,
They're
they've
not doing
got
a very
cool
good
pants,
job.
man.
And they're outnumbered by a lot.
Motorhead for Hall of Fame has been constant in WWF for 20 years. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, they have contributed a lot to WWF, haven't they? Look at the American heels, man. We didn't watch bra and panty matches for the wrestling, says Jeremy. No. But TLC has a bra and panties match confirmed for this year. It is Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, so get ready for that. You try to stream Impact Wrestling. I'm going to try to this week, but I had problems last week. But if I can't get it working, there's a second channel that are streaming Impact called The Wrestle Story. Check them out in the link in the description. The Rock. Hakeem says, aye.
Yeah, Hakeem is always up in our chat, type aye.
Oop.
Oh.
It normally means there's something big coming. And the Hearts are celebrating in the ring. And listen to that crowd.
The theme songs, though, back in the day.
Rocked, didn't they? Rocked.
Where's the rest of the family?
No, that's security.
Like partying.
Canadian police have horses, red coats, big hats, and say, eh? Hey, they say. Is that police or is that the
What the heck?
Austin had trouble getting in the ring.
Dude, you are stupid. It's 1 on 75.
Yes, but this is cool because this is what he talked about at the beginning. It was the whole, we don't want to take you out one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Austin, man. He was a one-man army and he wouldn't be fearful to go into any situation.
Yeah.
What's interesting is the Mounties were never used in Canada.
Were they not?
No.
Where was it?
I actually read this the other day. They were not used in Canada because they were actually banned from wrestling as the Mounties in the Mountie outfits in Canada because they were afraid that it would give a bad name to the Canadian Mounties.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about the Mounties as opposed to Jacques Rougeau. Yeah, cool.
So they had to, anytime they wrestled in Canada, they had to change their gimmick and wrestle as, as something else.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I remember that. Now you said it. Oh, he's being cuffed by the security. Exactly, Jeremy. I watch it to do something else. Are you ready for Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre? Yeah, I think it'll be good. Drew's going to lose that he pulls off his skirt to expose his undies every week. Yeah. I thought dojos were only for ninjas and never knew wrestlers also train in a dojo. Yeah, these wrestlers were training in a dungeon at Stu Hart's house. Futuristic says, was Natty there or no? Like, was she in the crowd? She's going to get into the ring in a minute, man. Natty's in-ring debut.
Where's the cops that, they put the cuffs on and there's no cops with him?
No, just security.
What? There's, like...
And I love that they're just letting Austin just
just letting him walk away.
Like, he's handcuffed, it's fine.
He's so good. So good. Sheamus versus Drew is Jake's dream match. Jack says he trained.
That is why they didn't bring all of them in, because Austin was supposed to come back out and do his thing, and now they're going to bring Stu and
Martha.
Yeah.
Stu Hart's like trying to hop up the thing, and they're all like, "Here you go, old man. Here we go." And he's like, "Get off of me!" Like.
Yeah. But he was old, man. I mean, look at him. He's struggling there. Mate, their family, like, after this, just absolute...
like, lifted his arm. He's like, oh, man, that hurt.
Oh, man.
British Bulldogs kid.
Is that... I was going to say, is that...
Davey Boy Jr.?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, snap, she's unaware. How's your weekend? It's great to be spending it with all of you and with our friends at the Wrestle Story, man. Sheamus versus Drew with Heath Slater as special guest ref is Jake's wet dream. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Owen Hart's kid. I wonder what he's doing now.
Oh, man, he's got his action figure?
Yeah, man. Was that Natty there? Jim Neidhart's wife there in the ring as well. She's part of Natty's YouTube channel. Are you doing a premiere on Tuesday? I don't know what we're doing yet, Cody, my dude. This is pure respect from the hearts. Yeah, it is, man. I think this is nice. I can't see Natty.
They just filled up the ring with the Hart family.
Absolutely. American fans make me sick. They make me sick as well, audience. What a cool little celebration, man. Thanks for the watch along. All good, Cody, my dude. Hey, she's there. Oh, hey. Yeah, she is, man. There's Natty. There we go. Yeehaw. Very cool. What do you guys think of the pay-per-view? We won't necessarily do a review, but like,
it was a good pay-per-view. A good
great,
watch,
isn't it?
man.
Well, it was good. It wasn't like, a 3 or 4 hour like sit through it. It seemed to go fairly quick.
And every match was good.
There wasn't a lot of downtime in between. It was Even like, when they did the promos, it was go to the promo, get back out to the ring, and then in between, you had at the beginning you had the Mankind and
Triple H
thing going on, so it moved pretty quick.
Yeah.
I love it, and that's part of the reason I love it, for exactly what you just said, really. We'll go through some more comments, and then we'll get out of here. Pure respect. Are you doing I don't know what we're doing on Tuesday. Hey, she's there. There's Natty, and I'm inviting the Hardy Boys. Cool, Yuri Butler. After this stream, I'm watching one of her videos. Well, if you want to check out a review, I've put mine and Dom's review of this this Canadian Stampede in the description. I should stop the timer as well, shouldn't I?
Probably. The pay-per-view ended at 1 minute and 48.
Or you can just keep it going. And
1 hour and 48.
Yeah.
There we go. Isn't that timer cool?
That's pretty cool.
It was really hard to do. Easy watch. Hit the 2 hour mark. Yeah, man. It's nice and easy. Easy to watch with no filler. Yeah, and everything's done so well as well. I wasn't watching through your window, Jake. Don't worry. I don't know what's happening there. And Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and Shane McMahon, because I can't wait to see when they go to the bus in Pittsburgh. Yuri Butler, this is our friends at Wrestle Stories. Make sure you go follow them at the link in the description. Are you guys mad at me? Yes or no? How could we be mad at you, Yuri Butler? How can we be mad? Nipple go again before you go with winner getting a Mr. G love poem.
I don't do love poems.
He tried to cut a promo on Gimme a Holy Yeah, and you all saw how that went.
Yeah, you saw how the promo went.
Honestly, his poems would be would be better than Dom's.
Hey.
No, not than Dom's. Worse than Dom's. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know why I said better.
Are you not a poetic person, Mr. G?
Well, I've got one poem that I could do. So yeah, I suppose if you want to do it, go ahead.
Mr. G, we'll put you on the spot here. Right, okay, we'll play a Nips game then, my friends. This is all for you guys. And the winner will get a love poem from all three of us. So this is everything to play for. Let me find an image, and then I'll just read through your comments, and then we're going to disappear, and we're going to raid someone's stream. Where's my nipple folder?
The one that you did the other day, was it the Friday stream?
Oh, people got stuck.
One on there that was like I couldn't figure it out.
No one figured it out. I'll have to play that one again on Wednesday because people won't get it here. Let's go. A legend makes sense, right? After that stream,
A legend.
Whatever.
let's go with a legend. Let me have a look. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Mr. G's promos are gonna be Dom's poems would be better than Mr. G's. I almost guarantee it. Like, so go ahead and tell him if you want to. I mean, I feel like he'll be like, okay, sure,
cool.
Thanks.
Probably.
Like, but nobody can touch Ant's poems.
No.
Well, they're completely original. That's what makes them unique, Maven.
Nobody can touch them. Not even close.
There's a pair of nipples on screen. If you can guess whose they are, you're getting a love poem from all three of us. All three of us, damn it. Let's read your comments in chat. Cool. My time is hard, so cheers, and cool, no worries. Tyson Kidd was really good. Said he got injured. The Hart's family have awful luck. Absolutely. Well, let's give it a go. I'm telling Dom, joking. I'm ready for funny trivia. There you go, Cody Rose. You got to guess whose nipples those are. 28 likes. Holy crap! Yeah, we're doing just not quite as good as the Wrestle Story did on Friday. Just not, and I'll be getting messages from Mr. G and Maven over the next few days saying, "Ha ha ha! You only got 28 and we got 29." So, if anyone's not liked the video, help us out. Bulldog, Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, Big E, Bret, Ric Flair, Owen. I only take full names, guys. Only taking full names, please. British Bulldog, Owen Hart, Ted, Jim Neidhart, Randy Savage. No, none of you got it right. It is a legend, though. 28 likes, amazing. Yeah, it is, man. HBK, no. Ted, don't know who Ted is. Dynamite Kid, great guess, Sir Jake. No. Big Daddy V, says Jeremy. Jeremy. No, it's not Big Daddy V at all. Andre, no. Rikishi, no. Godfather, no. Hulk Hogan, no, it's not, I'm afraid. Good guesses, though. Do you guys know who that is? If
it's a legend.
It's a legend. I tell you what, if you think you know who it is, say the first letter of the name.
B.
No. Mini M, you got a guess?
I don't know.
Uh,
Again, I'm drawing a blank.
Bret Hart, Ric Flair. Nope, none of them are right. I'm afraid, dudes. King Mabel or Viscera. No.
Well, it looks like you are not getting a poem from me.
Yeah, I the other day we was playing a game and I actually said no one's getting it because no one got it. Viscera, Big Show. No, this is a legend. Right, you guys want a clue? This legend, Tony Schiavone. Donald Trump.
Tony Schiavone. That doesn't look like him.
This legend has appeared on AEW in recent weeks. There we go. In the past sort of 3 months, let's say. Donald, Yokozuna, Great Khali, Jake. You didn't get it. Lex, which I don't accept them little name answers, Jack. I know you love writing at everyone you can in, but that'd be Lex Luger, and that'd still be a no. Gamer Guy's retracting his message. Sting, Arn, Sting. It's not Sting. It'd be Arn Anderson as well, Jack. If you get it with one of them one names, I won't give it to you. Sting, no, it's not. Jake Roberts.
Not Jake Roberts either.
No, it's not Jake Roberts. Do you guys know who it is after that clue? That was a big clue.
I'm trying to think.
Am I just stupid? What legends have shown up on AEW?
Jake Roberts, no. Tully Blanchard, good guess, Jeremy. First person to say it, but it's not.
Who is it?
Oh, you love it. At the Nips game, so intriguing. Billy Gunn, great guess again, Arn. Incorrect. Lita, no. Jack. Arn Anderson, no. Billy, as in Billy Gunn, no. Jake just said Billy Gunn.
What legends have been on?
That's what I'm trying to think of. Is what legends have been on AEW?
Dustin Rhodes. There we go. We've got a new guess on there, but unfortunately, it's not.
Dustin Rhodes isn't even that tan, so I don't know how you could guess. Like Dustin Rhodes looks like a ghost.
Billy
compared
Gunn.
to that.
Oh wait, a legend. No, Dean Malenko, another good guess from Futuristic Gamer, but no, it's not. Dean Malenko is working with AEW backstage. Chris Jericho, Raven, another good guess, someone that's appeared on AEW, but it's incorrect. Taz, no, it's not Taz, Jake. Chris Jericho, no, it's not Chris Jericho. DDP, another good guess there from Jack Sullivan. Well done, mate.
Bianca Belair.
It is incorrect.
Who?
That Bianca Belair, no. Orange Cassidy, Matt Hardy, Chris Jericho. Do you guys need another clue?
Sure, I don't know that it'll help.
He was a Glacier. Oh, it'll be Glacier. No way! Eric, no. Okay, Mike Tyson, no. Eric Bischoff, good guesses though. John Moxley, no. Okay, your next clue is he was once in a tag team with the Honky Tonk Man. Someone's got to get it now. Someone's got to get it.
Oh!
Don't say it. But you know who it is.
I think so.
Worst King of the
Wasn't
Ring.
he on AEW? Wait. I'm trying.
Yes, he was on AEW.
He was.
He was, yeah. Yes, he was,
I think I know who it is.
Yuri Butler's birthday is March the 10th. He's inviting Jerry Lawler, the King, and the referees, and he can't wait to see them when they go on his bus. Yuri Butler, who's driving your bus, brother? Who's driving your bus? Greg Valentine, says Jeremy Stanley. Jimmy Hart, says Jack. Any more guesses? Jimmy Hart, Greg, Elvis Presley, Jimmy Hart. Everyone stop. Everyone stop. Maven, who's the answer?
Greg Valentine.
It's Greg the Hammer Valentine, yes.
When did he show up on AEW? Which show was that? I remember it, but I don't remember what show it was. He was in the crowd and he looked like he was falling asleep.
Yeah,
he was. Yes,
he was. See, it was a good clue, wasn't it?
Why do I feel like it was the... Ah! Was it the Cody and Brody match?
Yes, it was.
Oh!
Because they had a dog collar match, and obviously he had a very famous dog collar match.
That's what it was!
With oh god, why can't I get rid of this? I can't get rid of him now. Oh, what am I doing?
Greg Valentine says, like this
Dang,
show right
that
now.
was difficult, man. But after you were like, he was in a tag team with the Honky Tonk Man, I was like, oh, I know who this is.
There we go, man. But yeah, he did
Special
appear on
guest.
AEW.
Greg Valentine.
I totally forgot. I just, until you said something.
Well done to Jeremy. The Wrestle Story, what's up? It's Renzo. Hello, Renzo. Read me my poem, says Jeremy. Jeremy's getting love poems from all of us. Oh, wow, yes, and Jeremy's getting a love poem from Maven, because she did agree to it. Lee versus Cody match. Oh, my God.
I didn't read anything. I never said the words, like, sure. Okay, I was like, yeah, we can play the game. I never said I was giving a love poem. Those words, I mean, roll the footage back. Those words never came out of my mouth.
You did put your dad in that position to make sure that he was going to do it, and now I'll quite happily make you go in that position as well. Your reigning, defending, undisputed nipple game champion, Jeremy. He's part of NWA. It was Greg. Cody should be black hair back because of his old hair. Yeah, that's cool.
I hate the black hair.
Greg looks like he's constipated. He does a little bit there, actually. He was like a bad man's Ric Flair, wasn't he? Really. The sort of selling that he did and stuff. Cool. Do you want me to go first with my love poem, guys?
No, I'll go ahead and go first.
Oh, okay. Mini M, taking over. Let's go, Mini M.
Jeremy. Mr. G, it's your turn.
Mini M. No, it's got to be longer than like 3 words. Come on.
That was 2. I mean, you said 3.
Oh, so you're going to add one more word to it.
Jeremy, you interesting person. Mr. G, your turn.
Wow. Mini M, you've just proved that you're worse than Dom at love poems right there.
I am perfectly fine. Worse than Dom. And Mr. G, perfectly fine. Go ahead. Your turn. Jeremy, you interesting person. Go ahead. Your turn.
Jeremy. Roses are red.
Oof.
Violets are blue.
Classic structure.
Don't sleep tonight. Because the Fiend is coming to get you.
Wow. Look out, Jeremy. He's behind you. And now, my love poem for you, Jeremy. And I would do anything for love. I'd run right into hell and back. I would do anything for love. I'll never lie to you, and that's a fact. There we go, Jeremy. Enjoy that. You can have that with your Sunday dinner with some meat, love. And there we go. We're done. We're done. Any more comments before we disappear?
I don't have anything else to add. Anybody else got anything else to add?
Someone press record. Maven giving Jeremy a love poem. Lol. Greg looks like he's constipated. And you bully. Why am I the bully? He was part of NWA.
Raise the roof.
Raise the roof. Oh, whoop, whoop.
We got 28 likes. Let's get to 30.
Mini M, poet laureate. Yes. Oh my God, that poem was great. Does anyone else have a clean pair of undies? Says Jeremy. You're welcome, Jeremy. Great poem. Oh, Jeremy, that's disgusting. And what a amazing original love poem. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Oh yeah, says Cody Rhodes. We are signing out now. Wrestle Story. Thank you so much for joining us on the stream.
Thanks for having us.
You guys have rocked. Have you had a good time?
It was
Yes,
fun.
for sure.
Definitely fun.
It's been really cool.
It's always great to come hang out with Gimme a Whole Yeah and their fans.
Yeah, man. Well, we hit 500 earlier this week, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without your support and stuff. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, we love you, man. Have a wonderful Christmas, and we'll be back doing a video on the Wrestle Story stream. So go hit the link in the description. It'll be in the next few weeks where we'll get together and watch some Buried Alive.
I'm excited. That's a good pay-per-view.
Should be good, man.
Yes.
Should be good. This has been great. There's also a link in the description after the stream if you want to go watch it. To our original review, go find out what me and Dom thought about Canadian Stampede from a while ago if you just want to put it on while washing the pots or what have you. Maven, do you want to sign us out, mate?
Sure. Let's see if I remember how to do this. So, what is it? The count of 5?
That's the one.
Countdown from 5.
And then
like
everyone...
a claymore.
There we go, like a
claymore.
claymore. Like a claymore. God,
And
it's
after
so
the count of 5, everybody is going to say, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are we ready for this epic outro? 5. 4. 3. 2.
I've never seen someone laugh so hard like counting down from 5.
Oh
yeah!
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Oh Yeah. I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang. Have a nice day. Yeah.
So guys, what's your favourite fruit?
I like
Bananas.
grapes. Grapes are pretty good.
Bananas. Bananas are good, man. Potassium laid.
I
Yes.
dislike bananas.
Mm.
I only like banana in things, like banana bread.
Okay.
But a banana by itself is just gross.
Do you like
It's like a texture thing, I think.
Do you like a
it's just
banana
weird.
split?
Yeah, no, not really.
No. Banana ice
Not
cream,
again.
man.
We don't eat like a lot of ice cream just because of like we get the fake ice cream because
Dairy-free ice cream.
yeah,
it is.
dairy-free ice cream because of like
Dairy free?
yes, because Mrs. Glean can't have like milk,
Mhm.
so we have to eat a lot of stuff that's not. I will tell you that because of the way we have to eat, some of the stuff that I have eaten, I would not have eaten, if
Prior
it
to
wasn't
that?
for the fact that we have
you
to
have only
adapt
have
to what
to.
we eat, and some of it tastes better than the actual, like cheese, fake cheese.
So much better than
I
actual
love
cheese.
the fake cheese.
So much
Can't
better.
get behind that. Do you guys have halloumi in America?
What?
Halloumi.
Never heard
What's
of it.
halloumi?
Halloumi cheese. Oh man, halloumi cheese is banging. It's like it's a Greek cheese, I believe. I think it's made with goat's milk, and it's like a lot of people have it across here, like who are vegetarians, instead of like a burger. It's a really once you cook it up, it's got quite a firm texture, so people use it as a substitute to like meat and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever.
Nope.
I've never even
heard of
seen it.
Wow.
Now, if Mrs. Glean was around, she could tell you whether she's heard of it because she's like heard of everything. So
Cool, man. You'll have to try that, but you'll have to try to see if you can eat it first, obviously. But there we go. Rock and roll, dudes. We what's going on in chat? Gamer Guys has a banana in chat. Bang bang, have a nice day. Absolutely. Raspberries, I should have known. Raspberries. They're all right.
I was gonna say raspberries are okay. I mean, as long as
They're good. They're
Yeah.
just it's too seedy for me.
yeah,
A little bit like gritty, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
In your teeth. Oranges, all right. Ban you, says Jack. Wow. Jack using his power. Blueberry.
Jack, that's just no way to be there.
Like oranges are fine. Like orange juice, great. Like eating an actual orange, I'm not a fan.
You see, I prefer like a tangerine or something to an orange.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason I don't like oranges is the peeling them.
Well, that and
Yeah.
I feel like they're just way too like. There's way too much of the orange that I feel like you shouldn't eat, but it's just too much work.
Do you know when you like take it apart though, and you like unpeel it all and then individually eat each? Mr. G's nodding his head. Mr. G knows how to
Yes.
enjoy an orange.
It's just
It's good that way. It's just I hate the peeling part. It's
Too
like
much
you like
work.
peeling the what do you call it?
the peel.
The peel off of it. Yeah,
No, we're peeling
the rind. I was
the,
gonna say the rind.
Yeah,
What's the
right,
word
right, words, yeah.
over here?
Yeah.
the peel of the orange.
Grapes. Mangoes, says Jeremy. Mangoes are nice. We don't really get good mangoes across in Britain though very often, and they're hard to get right, aren't they? Because they've got to be like soft ripe, you know.
Yeah.
Grapes and mangoes. I can go with grapes.
I love grapes. Strawberries. That's another one.
I'm not a huge grape eater. I mean, they're okay.
I love grapes.
I could eat mangoes.
So
Mangoes,
delicious.
I could eat all the time.
Nice. Yuri Butler says the bus is being driven by Shane Mac. Nice. Raspberries and kiwis, says Jake Holden. Kiwis.
I like those too.
Mm.
Kiwis
really
are good.
Are they worth the effort?
Well, see, the thing about it is like you just cut it in half, and then I eat the center of it with a spoon.
Easy. And you've got your own bowl, a kiwi bowl, man.
Yeah.
Get by Gamer Guy. What? Wait, what? Why? What happened with Gamer Guy? Keep the stream going. Bye, Jack. You are the man. Bye, Futuristic. Bye, Cody. Dudes, it's been awesome having you all on the stream. We had a great stream. We mended friendships. Maven wrote a love poem. And at the start, she didn't even like me. We built bridges tonight. You are the man. Pineapple is very good as well. Thoughts on pineapple?
Pineapple? I've never had a fresh pineapple.
Yeah, I've never had fresh
I've
pineapple.
only ever had canned pineapple, and I love it. It's delicious.
Canned pineapple, yeah, canned pineapple is pretty cool. Tell people about what you do on your channel, just while I'll find someone to go raid.
Well, we talk about wrestling, as you do. We cover WWE, Monday Night Raw, NXT is on Wednesdays, but we review it on Thursdays, and SmackDown on Fridays, and then we also do AEW on Wednesdays. And
when time allows, we do NXT UK.
Yeah, when time allows, that would be on Thursdays. And then the last week we did an Impact show, and with the Impact and AEW stuff kind of coming about, we're gonna do another Impact show this week. So.
One thing I was gonna ask, tying in with NXT, are you going to watch NXT India?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, it's part of their global domination, so it makes sense. Yeah, fine.
So, I mean, I understand why you pick India, just because like population and trying to get as many eyes on as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you go after NXT Japan?
Well, I thought they were.
Because Japan's got a massive market that they'd have to already sort of infiltrate, so that's the problem with NXT Japan, I guess. So maybe it was just easier to go to a market where there's nothing that already exists.
Well, I can see that, but I mean, you still have. I mean, there's enough wrestlers from Japan. I mean, just within WWE, there's enough wrestlers from Japan that you could do something with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
doing the Japan side of things and tapping into that market and being, because when all the COVID stuff broke out, not that this makes a big deal or anything, but they could have been having like live shows in Japan, like several months ago, with people going to the matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it would be a market that you could tap into that I think that would I don't know that it would like necessarily help them, but I just the India thing I understand just because of the population, the size of India, and everything else.
Yeah. I think that's probably
interesting move. It's just an interesting move.
Yeah, and the first matches, the first shows are going to be taped here, are going to be put on here in the United States.
Yeah, I think Jeremy raises a good point. India has way more people and there's no competition. I think that yeah. It's easy. It's easy for them to just go there, set it up, and then they don't have to worry about putting anyone with it. You know what I mean? Just
that's kind of what I said was is the population. I get the population trying to get 1 billion people. If you can get 2 million of those people to watch NXT, then you're doing good. It just seems like if you were going to do this, you'd probably want to go to the next biggest, or possibly the biggest wrestling outside of the United States.
Already established,
probably Japan. Yeah,
but maybe they've had struggles with NXT UK in terms of that as well. So they wanted to try it in a place where it doesn't have any competition right now. I think. Maybe.
Yeah, and that's possible.
Yeah, we'll see. It's interesting. I'm not really that bothered. It probably won't be something I have the time to watch, to be perfectly honest. This secret stream is amazing. Thank you. India has way more people. You need to invest more for NXT Japan than NXT India. Yeah. The third biggest fan base is India or Canada. There we go. Another one. Massive fan base in India. Would be interesting. Yeah. Guys, we're actually done. I've put a link in the it's a pinned thing, so you can all see. I'll put it in again. We're all going to go rage the botch guy right now. He is currently live streaming, so go say hull yeah to him, and thank you all so much for joining in. Be sure to stay tuned to both channels as we'll have more awesome stuff. Guys, peace out.
Peace out, everybody.
Thank you so much.
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Oh Yeah. I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang. Have a nice day. Yeah.